All right, welcome back, everybody. We are in week 4, the Lost Mine of Phandelver, and we are continuing with the group we have. We still have Flander out. Flander is on his continued adventure in watching the cart, which I'm pretty sure he's going to earn some bonus XP for that cart watching. But in the meantime, while he's risking his life and limb to keep your cart safe, you guys are leisurely walking and strolling through this almost near empty cavern system. You ran across a mild trickling stream, which trickled over your toes and sent Finnis tumbling down the path, being launched out.
Almost like a shark.
Yeah, almost got Jakshar, but thankfully you were actually dodging. So that was actually a good thing. We learned more about what that is. So that's cool. Waif, the other, decided that she had no time for a bunch of wolves that were chained up and just slaughtered them all, which we've learned a little bit more about Waif.
I do not leave enemies behind me.
I get it. That's the way it is. We've had a new player join us, Colin. So Colin has joined. He is trying to find his way back to Phandalin. He's going to try to help out a family there that heard about some bandits, and he coincidentally ran across some bandits here. So maybe he is himself getting himself ready to solve this bandit problem right now. All right. In the meantime, we have a small issue that's happened where Hemo has wandered into what he thought empty, smoky cave, only to find that after hearing that Sildar had yelled, "It's a trap," he didn't heed the warning and walked into the smoky haze, trying to sneak himself through.
He did kind of sneak, next to the ledge, right?
Yeah.
Snuck right past one of the goblins.
He was on the ledge. So he snuck himself up to that spot, only to be sprung from the misty haze all around him. The goblins launched out, starting off, leaving off last week with the question of, will Hemo die slow or will Hemo die quickly? That's the question. No. So he was inspired last week at the beginning of last week. So I think maybe these goblins were inspired to get retribution. So let's go from there and let's see what everyone's going to do. And we're going to have to start with rolling for initiative. All right. So we're going to start with initiative for everybody and to see what happens. And let's see what happens with Hemo. So, Waif, what did you end up getting?
10.
10, all right. And Gashar?
21.
Ooh, that's the good one. Colin?
I just rolled it.
18.
Did I get an 18?
Yep. 18. Hemo, what'd you get? Roll high.
Hemo got an 11.
Well, that's 50-50 there. And Finnis, what do you get?
13.
13, all right. All right, let me bring up these goblins and see what their initiative is going to be.
Related, is that my torch? I think I threw my torch into the room.
Finnis, what is your dexterity?
That might be my torch.
Maybe.
Or somebody might have given me the torch.
I remember I cast light on something for Colin.
Yeah, he has it on. Colin has it on a pendant with
right.
the blue lion pendants that you found in the bodies.
Yeah.
If you recall, you found those bodies.
It's like on his lapel.
In the pit, and one beside there, they both had the blue lion emblem. We didn't cover that in review, but I'm trying to sum it up a little quicker so we're not lingering too much on it. So, Colin, can you tell me what your dexterity is? I'm sorry, not Colin. I misspoke. Finnis.
My dexterity is 10.
Okay,
so plus 0.
So they'll get to go ahead. Okay, so we're gonna start with you see these goblins approach from up there. The first one we're gonna start with is Gashar. Gashar, from above on the ledge, you see movement of something approaching the ledge above. So you can see that there's this. Let me get my selector set up here. You can see from up here, there's something approaching this ledge quickly. You see a shadow of something moving closer, but it's not their turn yet. So what are you going to do?
Oh, right. Well, first of all these goblins just popped out.
They did.
The last round, right?
They're not attacking yet, but they all have their weapons out.
Yeah, but they've
What do
been
they have for
attacking.
weapons?
They are wielding scimitars and shields.
Hemo's standing up slowly. I think dagger's still in hand, going,
Indeed. I'll yell out to you that somebody's approaching from above the ledge. Watch your head. And
no duh, Hemo says, looking at 5 goblins.
So you're
And I will
surrounded.
say, not one of those goblins is the goblin that was injured that ran past you. That's not one of the goblins that are here. So, Gashar, do you want to wait? Do you want to
I think
attack
I'm
them?
gonna try to help Hemo here. I'm gonna run up to here and take an attack with my quarterstaff.
Go for it.
I'm pretty. So I want to double check. I'm pretty sure I threw my torch last week, but
You
I
did it.
can't
You tossed it in the middle of the
I was
room.
gonna say, I
yeah,
think that's
when
it.
Hemo
Perfect.
came in. Yeah,
So I can turn off my aura as well.
you can.
That
But
yellow aura. All right, and then we'll hit him with, because then I can use my 2 hands for the
Sure, go
quarterstaff,
for it.
which is why I wanted to ask that.
no
first.
problem.
All right, so I hit a 22.
22 is going to hit for sure.
All right,
Nice.
and did 7 points of damage.
All right, that is going to take that guy out.
Perfect. There we go, Hemo. You got a exit
All
strategy now.
Very good.
All right, next we have Colin, who is next. Colin, what would you like to do?
Colin's going to basically move. I'm going to move from where I'm at to this location. Okay.
Yeah.
At that point, seeing the remaining 4 goblins, I'm going to cast the spell Sleep.
Perfect.
Ooh.
And what is the area of effective sleep?
The area of effect is essentially creatures within 20 feet of the point I choose. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically focus on this goblin here.
Okay.
And I believe that that's 15 feet to this guy and also probably 15 feet to this guy.
All right. All right. And
Now
and-
this guy is dead. And so I'm not obviously putting Hemo to sleep. I'm basically focusing on all of them.
Yeah, you get the entire room, including Gashar. Mhm.
Yeah,
Don't sleep
them I'm
for
not
sure.
going to focus on. So
now,
Oh,
do you get
to
to
pick and choose? Very good.
do you get to
Yes.
choose who you're going to put to sleep?
it said basically the spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Creatures within 20 feet of the point are in order of their current hit points.
Okay. And how many creatures do you get to choose?
It basically is based on 5.
You have a pool of hit points, right?
Yeah, 5d8.
So you roll 5d8,
Yeah.
and that's how many hit points of sleep you get to put together?
Right.
Perfect.
And so
Okay.
what I'm going to do is focus on getting these
I love it.
4 here.
So go ahead and roll your 5d8, and I'll tell you what happens. Do they get a saving throw?
They do.
Perfect. What is their saving throw?
So-
It's going to be 13 for you,
It
right?
does say an ascending order. That's good. Of their current hit points.
Yeah. So
that's
the,
what you
the
would wanna
lowest
know
hit
then.
points get to go first, right?
I have
Hemo,
11.
what's your current hit points?
My current hit points is 17, but I have Fey ancestry, so magic can't put me to sleep.
There you go. I've got 11.
Oh, you're gonna pull the elf card on me.
I'm
see how
pulling
it
the
works.
elf card.
Mhm.
I got
So
the
this is
pointy
perfect.
ears. I don't sleep.
Yeah, well, your insomnia has little to do with my game, but I'm going to allow it. That's awesome. Okay, so what did you get for 5d8?
I didn't roll it yet. I'm going to go over to the 5.
26 total. That's good. 2 max rolls.
26.
Mm-hmm.
With the
You
creature
see,
that has the
you
lowest
see those
current hit
3
points.
fall into a slumber.
Nice.
All right, Colin, way to go.
Perfect.
That is
Nice.
Colin with the incredible, awesome action of putting everyone to sleep. And now it is my turn.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you're muted.
All right.
Hemo was ducking below this, but I think he's kind of standing up as he saw all the goblins show up.
All right. What happens is that from the shadows comes a goblin, and he is holding a dagger, and he has a human, and the human you recognize as Sildar. Sildar looks pretty beat up. He looks like he's barely clinging to life, and the goblin kind of thrusts Sildar to his knees, and he's holding the dagger to his throat. And he looks down at you, and he says, "You will stop right death, your friends now. Weapon down or kill death surely."
My, you're a talker. Hemo, seeing that the sleep spell worked, he freezes. Doesn't drop his weapons though.
All right, that way Hetz's turn, and these two move forward. They seem to, this one who comes to the step seems to be the one that looks like she's heavily injured. So you see that other one up by the steps there. That's what this guy does. He brings it. He has the dagger to Sildar as he's looking over the top of the drop, and he's looking down at the group there. So that means that is now.
Who's the Sildar?
Sildar is the human companion to the dwarf Gendron. He is the one who joined the White Horse. Yes, you do. Yes, you know him, but he's not as close as he's a companion of Gendron, just like you are, sort of companions. So you've known him, you spoke with him, but he's not necessarily what you consider a close friend.
So I don't know him anything.
You don't, yeah. It's up to you what you want to do. So but it is now Finis's turn. What are you going to do?
Finis, hearing this, he's going to crawl up and kind of run through this space here.
All right.
Go up to there, and he's going to use his last spell slot to cast Command.
Awesome spell.
On this guy.
Awesome. What is your
he's-
command that you're going to issue him?
He's going to say grovel.
Nice. And I believe I get a save for command.
Yes, 13 wisdom
All right.
saving.
It is a will save or a
Yes.
a wisdom save. Okay. You say grovel to him, and he looks up, and he looks down at you, and he goes, I'm sorry. Why do you come to my home? Why do you come? And he drops down to his knees.
Okay. You've taken our compatriot.
And Sildar kind of looks over, and he's badly injured. He has a bruised side face, and he looks down, and he's tied up.
Hemo
And he can't
says,
really move.
"Come on, down the cliff."
You don't think he can move very well. You think he's sort of very, very fatigued right now. But you could, on his turn, if he has a turn at the end of the round, he might be able to do something.
So the rest of the goblins don't do anything.
Not right now, no.
They didn't do
No,
anything.
not this round, no. That was Finis, and now it is Hemo's turn. Hemo, what are you going to do?
Can I reach Sildar from down here?
You can run up past the sleeping goblin. There's one goblin in your way that's heavily injured.
How tall is that ledge?
If I'm going to review it, but I believe it's 10 feet, but it might be 20. Allow me to double check here. $10-foot high escarpment, so it's 10 feet.
So maybe that would be, I'd be like grasping at his ankles. I'd have to climb up, or yeah, sure, what the heck. How far can I move? 30? Can I clear this sleeping goblin?
Yeah, you can run right past him.
Okay, and this guy's injured?
Yeah.
I'm going to stab him with the dagger in my hand on the way through.
All right, go ahead and give him a stab.
I got a 15 to hit
That will be enough to hit him.
for 6 piercing.
All right, that will be enough to finish him off.
You can use the rest of your movement too.
Cool. And then I'm gonna move up. Do I see anything else up here?
I will reveal the rest of the area to you.
Hemo basically just like runs by and slashes this goblin without even looking at him.
Nice.
'Cause he's going for.
You see that this is a kind of a small area up here where this goblin has made himself sort of an encampment in some ways. And you see most of the stuff below is where the goblins live. And this is a secondary area. You think that this goblin who is here might just use it as like a small antechamber, but there doesn't seem to be much in the way of extra things up here.
Master bedroom.
You'll see that in fact Sildar himself is pretty much has nothing on him. He has kind of an undercoat that you actually have with armor, like the leather undercoat, but he doesn't have any armor, has no weapons on him. He has nothing on him. He's pretty beat up.
Would it be like a shove action to take Sildar and pull him behind me, put myself between him and the goblin?
I would think that you would need to, I would say that you could reach him for now. I think that would be too much to do after you ran and you killed that guy and you ran past him. I'll let you end your turn.
Do you have enough? Do you have enough movement for here?
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm just worried that the command's gonna wear off.
It will, but you
He
will.
has a
You
turn
will be in
of
his face.
Nothing.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll step around Sildar to engage the goblin then with the rest
Sure.
of my movement.
Absolutely.
And I have still to act.
Nice.
He's also
Absolutely.
prone on the ground, so you have advantage on your next attack.
And speaking of next actions, Waif, it is your turn.
Wave strolls to here. And Eldritch Blast. This one.
All right, go for it. Give me a attack roll.
$13.
Armor class 13 will miss him. Though he's groveling, he still has a defense.
Sure.
So you go for attacking him, and it was unsuccessful. All right, but even though he called for a parlay of some form to threaten you, you didn't even take any of the bait. You just were like, I have no room for this. Gashar, it is your turn.
All right, so there's a 10-foot escarpment here, yeah?
Yes.
I think Gashar is he's right on the
This
edge
one-
here.
This one is not affected.
He was waiting for what's going on. You think he was sort of waiting to see what his leader was going to do.
Yes, not sleeping. But Gashar's he's looking up at that escarpment and seeing his allies running around up there. I think you can try to just climb up that. Maybe just do a quick 5-step back and then just run up there. If you can, what's my roll for that? Or is it just a hard?
It's an athletics check.
All right.
Yeah, so you can make an athletics check to climb up there.
All right. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Let's do athletics. There it is. Come on, 14.
No problem. You were able
Excellent.
to climb right up that.
Climbs her up to this guy.
Yep.
And then that's just a part of my movement. Is that correct?
It's going to be
Is that
effectively like just 10 feet of movement to climb up there. So far you've moved 15 feet.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's not my standard action.
Yeah.
I guess I would like to try to just grab a hold of this groveling goblin here. Just grab his. Wait, did he have a weapon on him?
He had a dagger. He had
a knife, right?
And a shield. Yeah.
I'm going to take those from him while he's still groveling.
He's groveling, so you can't do that. That command is not.
Right.
He doesn't. One
not-
option is
not
he can
defensive.
command to drop the weapon. Command only allows you to do a very minimal thing.
Fair.
So effectively,
One more
he has the goblin skipping his turn, but he's
Yeah.
fully aware.
Gotcha. Is he on the ground?
He
No,
goes
he's not.
prone
He
with
doesn't go
grovel.
prone. He's more
He's
like just cowering.
Hmm.
So
It
not-
says with grovel, the target falls prone and then ends its turn.
yeah. So he's just
Maybe on his knees. kind of
yeah.
thing?
He's just down.
Down.
Right.
Okay.
So he's not like he's not like
Drop
laying on the
weapons,
ground.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
He's
fair. He
just-
still can defend himself.
Yeah.
But if he
Fair.
falls prone, you have it. If
you have
he's
advantage.
prone,
You have advantage to try to hit him. Right.
yes.
Yeah. I don't know. They did beat up Sildar pretty good.
Yeah.
Just
What
debating,
are you waiting for?
disarming him. All right, he'll hit him.
Smack him.
Yep,
All right.
they need to die. Still don't know what they did with what's his name? I had it a second ago.
Lies.
Gundren?
Oh, it's not
Gundren. Yeah.
Gundren.
So there's Gundren and there's Sildar. So Gundren is the dwarf and Sildar is this human companion.
He can attack.
Well, he pauses
non-lethally.
for a second, looks at him, and just smacks him with his quarterstaff again.
All right.
20 to hit,
That will hit.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right. He is injured but not destroyed.
And I tell
We
him
need one alive.
to drop your weapons now.
Do some damage to him.
Do you want to intimidate?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
All right. That was Gashar. That brings us to Colin.
It's an action.
All right. Colin, seeing that nice hole is opened up, moves to here. I then look up, notice that goblin, and I cast Chill Touch on him. So what happens is a ghostly spectral hand kind of rips from my hand,
Yep.
goes flying at him, and it grabs him by the face. He takes 1d8 points of it's cold. No, it's necrotic.
All right. So you're doing it. Do I need to do an attack or a save? I do it. You're doing
Attack.
an attack, right? Perfect. What'd you attack? What armor class?
12.
12? All right. That will not be enough. So you did your attack, but it managed to dodge out of the way as that hand comes flying by, puts a shield up, kind of glances off of it.
Also, it is like up and he's down. So
No, this is the same one that's on the same level.
Yeah, this
as
is the
him.
guy I'm trying to get over.
This is the other one who's not asleep.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah, this is
Not
the one
a
that's
sleep
not asleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Perfect. All right. That was Colin. And that brings us to, oh, it looks like it's their turn. It's their turn. All right. All right. So I'm going to allow, I'm gonna have this guy look back at Hemo and at Kashar because he's groveling. And I believe
I think it was in one round. I think it should be done now, right?
yeah, I think it goes to.
Does he like
well,
look at me
this is-
through his knees while he's
Yeah.
on the ground?
Yeah, because he hasn't done a turn yet, so it's not his turn yet. This is the turn he skips. Perfect. This guy is going to try to use his athletics to run past this group of people and run out. So I believe he has to beat Finis's athletics to run past. Waif, if you have a weapon in your hand, you'll be able to make an attack of opportunity.
I do
but
not.
He's going to try to do an athletics check to get past you. I believe it's a contest of skill, right?
Yep, I rolled a 19.
That is awesome. So you'll get your attack of opportunity on him as he tries to run past you.
So Finis just closes
Awesome.
it.
Is
And I hold out my warhammer. You just 20 to hit.
Nice.
That will hit, yeah.
8 points of damage.
And that will kill him.
Take his
No,
hand
you
right
don't.
out.
Oh no, you didn't. All right, and my groveling guy is still groveling. All
Is
right.
Finis
and-
very big? Like, how big is an Asimar?
I think they're human size.
Medium-sized.
Yeah, they're basically, I think they're just between the elf and human size. They're basically human size, what I understand. Feel free to look it up and tell me if
I
I'm
think I
wrong.
just did 6-1 in my description.
Yeah, I don't think they're not massive, and a lot of them have wings.
They're not dragonborn.
Yeah, for sure. All right, awesome job. And this guy is still groveling. So that brings us, and this is the round he basically skips his turn. And now Finis, it is your turn. You've cast your spell. His groveling ends. It is your turn.
Does it now?
His magically induced groveling ends, and his real groveling begins. All right, what are you gonna do, Finis?
Let's see. We want to leave him alive, right?
Gashar did
Just
tell him to
subdue
drop
him
his
non-lethally.
weapons after he bonked him in the head.
On Hemo's turn, he's going to go for the full Nelson on this goblin from behind, grapple him into submission.
Sure. Well, I'll let you know when it is your turn.
Finis is
Finis,
just
what do you-
gonna toll the dead on these two guys over here.
All right, that will wake them up if you don't actually kill them.
Do they make save or fail saves automatically when they're sleeping? How does that work?
Don't know if they would automatically fail a will save, and in fact, they might not even be affected by Toll the Dead because they're sleeping. What is the description of Toll the Dead?
Let's see. Toll the dead. You point at a creature with you see within range. The sound of dolorous bells fill the air around it for a moment. Targets must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
I think if somebody's unconscious, they would not be affected by that spell.
Okay.
You can choose a different spell that does like a different spell, but I would say in that particular case, because of the description, I'm gonna make a DM decision that spell is not affected when they're unconscious.
Wave puts her hand on your chest. I got this.
But you can do another action. I'm not. You didn't take away your action. You still get something you can do.
I'll just shoot two chill touches out then, because I'm pretty
Go
good.
for it. Yeah.
21.
21.
And I guess so. I don't know how this Reaper works. It says I can target a second creature. Should they be two separate attacks? Or is it just one attack that affects two creatures within 5 feet of each other?
I would think you would do two separate attacks.
Okay.
Because they would each save separately if they were saving.
All right. First one's a 21. Second one's a 9.
Okay. That 9, they're unconscious. So that's.
It says
armor.
attack rolls against unconscious creatures just have advantage. That's all.
Okay. So give yourself, I see.
So reroll.
So you get a second attack against that one. Thanks for checking.
23.
Perfect. That way I don't have to.
So,
I have to remember they do pretty much advantage, disadvantage for everything. I just got to use that as my go-to.
yeah.
All right. So
okay,
when you attack that guy and he's unconscious, you get to attack with advantage. Perfect. And then you hit them both, right?
Yes, I hit them both for 4 points. It looks like. Oh no, one takes 2.
2
The
and
other takes
4.
4.
Okay.
Wave should be able to blow them up.
Okay. Good to know. See, perfect. All right, great. Now that we know that's done, Finis is gone. Now we can let Hemo just slaughter one group and then we've slaughter the next. So go ahead, Hemo.
Hemo is actually going to grapple this goblin and try to get him in a full Nelson from behind.
All right, can you tell me the rules for grappling since it's the first time we've done it?
That's a good question.
Should be able to look it up in that journal tab, right?
It's not like the Pathfinder tree of death where you have to, 17 counter moves. And how do you initiate a grapple?
So I'm going to make a strength. I'm going to make an athletics check contested with this goblin's athletics or acrobatics check. It's choice.
Got it.
If it's incapacitated, I automatically win. And if I succeed, it can't move. And I think I kind of get to drag him around.
Let's do a contest of strength and athletics. All right, what did you get?
I only got a 9 athletics.
Well, I have no bonuses, but I rolled a 13. So just out of pure guile and will, he managed to wiggle himself free from your grapple.
Slippery.
No, you don't need to strangle me. You know death. Clag will kill you. Do you not understand?
This is a special attack action, and it says it's just if I can make multiple attacks, it's just one of them. So can I bonus action to just stab him with my knife after I miss the grapple?
Well,
grapple him again.
He can't because he doesn't have a bonus.
That's only when you
do
make an attack action on your turn. Okay.
So you can't do that. But
I could action surge attack him.
Yeah, as a second level fighter, you get action surge and you get a bonus action, right? But you only get that once.
Yeah, I'm not gonna once per short rest. I'm not gonna action surge here. I'll just
correct. All right. So he managed to survive and not get grappled. That brings us to Waif. Waif, what are you gonna do? You have these
I will move to here and I will cast Burning Huts.
All right. And it's a 15-foot range,
It's a
right?
15 Yeah, I will get all 3.
Perfect. How much damage do
The
I get a ref?
DC
Do I get a ref
The
save?
ref save of DC 13.
All right. I believe when they're unconscious, they fail ref saves, but is it just that they just have disadvantage?
I think you automatically fail strength and dex saves.
I would imagine you would, but I'm just guessing. Let's say they fail it now, and I'll look it up later. It's fine. We've played so many different games, and I mix these rules up. So let's just call it that now, and I'll look up for next time. All right, how much damage do you do to these guys?
Why is it not doing it? Oh, do 8 points of damage.
All right, that will put them all into a crisp coma, and that they will not respond from. So they are
shit damage. Ugh.
That's all right. It's still enough to destroy these. And this goblin goblin starts laughing. We're watching as you defeat and destroy his minions.
What are you giggling at? You're about to be crispy too. Come here.
All right. That brings us to Gashar. What are you going to do?
So he wiggled out of the grapple.
Yeah.
He's laughing right now at all of his.
Gashar, grab him. He's too slippery.
Standing right over him, and I already booped him in the face once with my quarterstaff. It's an action, right? To intimidate.
Sure.
So I'm going to tell him, I'm going to intimidate him. Drop your weapons now.
I'll give you a straight up DC, a pretty basic one. What did you roll?
All right. I will roll my intimidation, charisma based. And Gashar comes out with a 12.
All right. You yell at him and intimidate him, and you may or may not have been effective. You'll find out in his turn. That is Gashar. That brings us to Colin, and I'll look up intimidate in more detail for next week.
Colin is going to move to here, and seeing all the beds and kind of bunks and things like that, I'm going to basically just kind of do an investigation around there, just kind of looking if there's anything.
Sure. Give me an investigation roll.
What I got?
19.
All right. So rolling a 19, you look around and you see that these goblins have a bunch of, you see some burnt and charred up meats that are here. You find that they're old matted beds.
Oh, they're eating in their beds.
They actually have it's mostly smells of sweat and remnants of food and leftover bones and things like here. There is a cooking fire that's nearby, which has some partially cooked or charred meat on it. Where it comes from, you're not sure. Maybe you found your dwarf. I don't know. But
Maybe
other than that, you don't find anything of any interest.
Okay.
All right. Colin has gone. After Colin, we have the goblin. After Colin, we have the goblin himself. And he looks up at everyone surrounding him. And he's like, Clag will destroy you all. Clag will destroy you all. You would not deal with me. Let Clag just deal with you. He just starts laughing hideously. And then he's going to try to run. I'm going to let all three of you, that would be Hemo and Gashar, actually Hemo and Gashar and Finis. Actually, he's going to make a disengage action, which will allow him to disengage from Gashar and Hemo, and I'll just have Finis get his attack on him. So Finis, go ahead and make your attack.
Is he running through me? Or is he running past Colin as well?
Oh, that's a nope.
So
5.
what he does is he rolls off of the cliff, slides down. So I'll kind of move him as he does. He moves to here, then he moves to here, and then he runs out.
So past Finis. That's what I was wondering about Colin, though, if he gets the same disengage from him or if he's leaving that one. I don't know if Colin has a
He's not
Looking
carrying.
anyway.
Yeah. So
He's basically just carrying the torch.
All right, so he makes a break for it, scrambles down the what was it called?
escarpment.
Escarpment. I was about to
Yeah.
say embankment.
Yeah, I'd say
Close.
It's
And runs away
Are we
slowly
still
as we
in
watch.
you're gonna drop out of initiative order right now. As
Where
soon
did
as
he go?
Ran
He
right
ran
past.
down the hallway. We saw him kind of get to this area and then he this area and then he kind of disappeared.
He ran around the corner and fled. So he basically laughed at you guys and then he somersault rolled down the escarpment and landed and ran past Finis and down
these-
Finis.
These goblins are slippery.
Did he drop his
That
weapons?
is-
No,
What
he
a
never had to
bastard.
drop his weapons. He was never required to do that. When he groveled, he just was on his knees.
No, I told him to though, and he did not do what I said. And
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed right now.
Yeah. You intimidated him, but he was just like, I'm out. I am out of here.
So we did not see which. Did he like take a right?
He went down here. You know, he went this way.
down.
Yeah, he went down. Yes. Where he's at on the map after that, you're not sure. All right. And so we will go one more round to see if you guys want to chase after him or what you want to do before we'll just finish up the round here. That brings us to Finis. Finis, you try to grab at him or swap at him. He rolled underneath you and darted down that escarpment down here and ran down that tunnel. You kind of heard him go kind of slide down. He went fast
Okay.
too. He was way faster than you were expecting.
Finis will run after him. That's what he wants to do.
Awesome. Well, go for it.
I can get to here. Do I see him at all?
You do not see him at this point.
Okay, then he's gonna dash and run a little further in.
Perfect. You're going to see
And
him. I'm
probably
going to
go
drop
to
him on. I'm going to drop him on the map here.
Okay.
Let me bring him back to his right level here. He's actually right there.
Okay.
see
Yeah,
him?
I can run up to him. I'm gonna, but I'm not going to. I use my action to dash, so
All right.
I'm not gonna be able to swing.
He's under the bridge.
He's under the bridge. Yeah.
Is he singing
You can't get
Yeah,
away.
he's singing.
a song about not having any partners?
Underneath the bridge, Papa's running a leak. All right.
Is he all alone?
He's a little Nirvana going on.
It's
like
chili
that.
peppers, man.
All right. So that is, don't move. If it's not your turn.
Sorry.
So that is Finis. And that brings us to Hemo. What are you going to do?
Hemo goes to Sildar and sort of, I don't know, picks him up off his feet.
He appreciates
Not
it.
off his feet, but picks him up, tries to get him standing.
looks at you.
Can you stand? The cleric will be right back. He just took off after that goblin. Are you all right?
His face has been badly beaten. You see he's got bruises all over his face. He's kind of looking through the bruises at you. And he's like, Hemo, is that you?
Yeah.
How did you find me?
Yeah, we just followed the trail of really angry goblins. How did you get here? What did you do?
These goblins, they took Gundren. They were waiting for us.
Is Gundren still here?
I believe they took him to some place they call the castle. Not here. I don't know where that is. These foolish goblins, they can't be working for themselves. I don't know. There's one here though. They call him Clarg. He's some kind of hobgoblin or something like that. I'm not sure. I've not seen him, but I heard them speak of him many times.
They were just talking about him. So.
Clarg.
The one you spoke to, he is called Yeemik. He is the second in command.
Well, he's about to be, was the second in command. This Finis doesn't seem like the kind of guy to let things go without a death. Did you tell me, did they bring you anywhere else? Is this just where they've been holding you?
Yes, I've been here for a while. I don't know, but it's so long. they've been beating me. I don't know where Gundren went. They took all of my equipment, and I heard them say they're going somewhere to a castle, to their castle. Maybe we can find some information about these strange goblins. They call themselves the Cragmaw tribe or Cragmaw group.
Huh.
I don't know. They have a
That's
castle.
organized for goblins, isn't it?
Goblins have
I don't.
castles.
All goblins
I'm
have
not-
pack names.
Well, here, lean on me. Let's get you out of here.
He does. So he's still tied up, but he does kind of stand up, and he's kind of leaning up on you.
Oh, Hemo would definitely cut those bonds with
All right.
his daggers.
That would be your turn. All right. That's Hemo. That brings us to Waif, who's been anxiously waiting to chase after and kill that goblin. So Waif, go ahead. Remember, this is difficult terrain, so count it out correctly.
Does he ignore difficult terrain,
What's that?
or does he move like at 40?
No, he's moved. He made his move. So you can do what you're going to do.
Okay. I can move to here. Can you?
You're going to run around that way.
Mhm.
Okay. You can finish. You don't have a light source on you, right?
I think the life source is me.
Right. So you don't see anything, any glowing light. You
I have
obviously
dark-
clearly see that, but I'm saying you don't see any halos. So you're not necessarily sure that they're under you, but you probably hear Finnis running down the hall. It's kind of echoing. But he's under the bridge and you're around that bridge. All right.
Can you
All right.
reduce the fog of war?
Oh, I will take that off. Thank you for reminding me. On my map, it's not so obvious that I didn't do that. Sorry. Let me clean that up. And you can see that chamber continues past the bridge.
Mhm.
Are you going to go for the jumping attack from the bridge? From the top rope?
Mhm.
Watch out,
All right.
watch out.
Are you bringing a folding chair with you?
Nice.
It's the ladder much.
That was Wave. Since we're gonna keep going with this, Gashar, go ahead and do something. Looks like you're gonna try to finish off this Yeemik before he gets a chance to do anything.
I can't believe he did not drop his weapons.
It's all right. You're plenty scary.
So just 10 feet down the escarpment here.
Yeah, it's a you can make a jump move if you want, which costs you nothing, but you have to make an athletics check to not take any damage. Or you can slide down and take 10 feet.
What about acrobatics?
What's
Dex based land.
Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
You just need to beat a 10.
21.
Yeah. So you kind of like hang, that
So
allows you
leap
to
off
skip
there.
10 feet of damage.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. So 5, 10. And I saw they took a right. So I'm going to do that. Can I do the same acrobatics to scramble down here
Yep.
quickly?
Yep. And it'll take, and it's no longer considered difficult terrain. If you basically just, you heard him, the other goblin slide down,
Yeah.
right?
Do you want me to re-roll or?
Yeah. You roll for this one separate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
got
as
it.
long as you beat 10, you'll do that. Otherwise you'll roll 10 and take damage.
Okay. Got 18. So good.
Perfect. So now you
5,
can move.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Basically splashes into the water. And then I realized I can't see very well.
Yeah. You are in the darkness.
I left my
Torch
torch
the other
up
end.
there.
So you are now in the complete
Although-
and utter darkness.
There's some light from the outside, right? Coming in from down here.
Barely. You're at the very edge of low light right now. Like
Fair.
you can make out the surroundings that way.
That direction,
But
sure.
the other way, it's almost a wall of
It's pitch
darkness
black.
because you sort of at the edge of the dark.
Finnis, where are you? Do you have him?
All right, that's Gashar. That's going to bring us to Colin. Colin, you see everybody running after this poor
Right.
Yeemik fellow.
I'm going to go
Meanwhile-
over here by this goblin and I'm going to search him for
Perfect.
sessions.
He has on himself, he has a bow with 8 arrows on him. He has a somewhat very average shield, and he has a blade. I have to remind myself.
Short sword kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a For some reason, I have a hard time remembering what they have on their weapons. So let me just double click on them and find out.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
there-
also looking for things like pouches or.
He has no
ribbons.
pouches on him whatsoever.
Okay.
But what he has is that he has a scimitar. Sorry.
Okay.
And if you want to know, the goblins are allowed to take the disengage action as a bonus action, as well as hide. So they get to do certain things
They
that
can
that allow them to do things.
disengage
Like, so he's able to
and-
disengage and then run twice, effectively, which is real nice. So that allows that's their skill. So that was Colin. You searched him and that's what you find.
Okay.
That brings them to the goblin who is going to keep disengaging from you. Oh, I do not want to do that. Select. I need to be on the right. You hear him yelling. He's yelling in goblin. Oh, did I grab the wrong
We're
person?
moving a dead guy.
Yeah, I moved the wrong one. I apologize. Was he there? I think he was here.
He was over a little right there.
I apologize that I was moving the wrong guy.
That happens.
Yeah, the dead guy just gets up. The
I was
zombie
picturing he was maybe grabbed him and started running with him
No,
like
he did
Weekend
not.
at Bernie's or whatever.
He did not.
Come on, let's go, Bernie.
You hear him yelling as he runs around the corner. All right. That is that.
I guess that answers my question of which way they went.
Yeah. That brings us to Finis. Finis, you're following up behind.
I'll move 20 feet here. And what do I see?
All right. You see a stairwell leading up into darkness. Because of the angle, you're not going to be able, it goes up 20 feet and so you can kind of see the top edge of the ceiling up there. And I will draw that out for you. There. So that's what you see. It kind of runs up into you're not sure what, but it's up 20 feet and you kind of see the ceiling up there, but you can't tell what's on the ground. So there could be a goblin standing right here and it'd be very difficult to see at that angle.
Okay. I
Unless
still
he's
have 10
like-
more
unless
feet of
he's like
movement.
little-
So could I get to the
You can-
top of the steps? Or just here?
Absolutely. You can, if you have 10 feet of movement, that step is not difficult terrain. You can run right up it.
All right. I'm going to run right up there and peek over the top.
All right. And
Shield
I'm
in
going
hand.
to put the rest of these, the rest of the creatures, because you're just going to continue on with the same initiative. I'm just going to leave them at the same initiative that they were before. But let's see, your passive is pretty high. Let me see what their, sorry. No, you're able to see them anyway. So let me draw this out what the room looks like.
You went 5 more feet, right? You're at the top of the steps.
I'm at the top. Yeah.
All right. You see your token is 5 feet back.
Let's see, make sure I get this correct here. It's quite the area to
I think
reveal.
that's right where I am.
All right, let me make sure that we are fully on the map. I'm going to move this map over a little bit.
Whoa. That's a lot more goblins.
All right.
Is
So
this
that's
the
what you
one
see,
that's
Finis.
damaged? Which
What's
is the
that?
one which is the one that I've been chasing? Can I
Yeemik.
just discern?
I will look to see. It is this one,
Highlighted.
right? There is the damage one. And I'm messed up here on my list. It is this one right here.
Okay.
The one that's marked. Can you see his name as Yeemik?
I don't see his name. No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's cool. Anyway, so
In roll 20, you got to make his not only have a nameplate, but you got to make the token visible to players. It's a checkbox.
Oh, I see. What's this? Oh, that's fine. Well, we'll deal with it next time.
Well, then I'll use my action to cast Toll of Dead on him. So Wisdom saving throw DC 13, and the guy behind him as well will also be affected by that.
Cool. Well, you have an action, so feel free to do that.
So it's 13 Wisdom saving throw for both of them.
13, you said?
Yep.
Do the rest of us hear the bells too? Just not get dead?
I would think that only the people that are being affected can hear the bells.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have to make the.
I don't want to make that save.
They're
That sounds
spooky bells.
terrible.
You don't want to hear the bells.
I just want to hear him off in the distance, like, oh, he's killing people again.
Okay, so the first person made it, the one who you chased, but the one behind him didn't. So do you do damage to if they fail their save, they take damage, but if they make it, they take none, right?
Right.
Okay, so how much
So
damage?
Yeemik takes none, right?
Yeah, but no,
Okay.
Yeemik, the guy you were chasing, he failed. The one behind him made it. Now the one behind him, he looks a little different. He's wearing armor. He's wearing.
Is it Sildar's?
No, it is not. Well, actually, you don't know it's for sure. I shouldn't have said that. I sort of misspoke on it, but
I'm not there.
he's wearing scale mail. He has a staff. He's carrying a staff. He doesn't seem to have any. He has a light crossbow over the back of him, and he stares. He turns as you run up. So
let's see. The Yeemik is going to take. Let's see.
So the rest of these guys go at the end. They're at the end of the round. I'm just going to put them at the end here.
Yeemik only takes 3. Not a great roll.
Okay. But he was damaged before. He was damaged before already.
Yeah.
Is it not sticking?
Yeah, wasn't he like heavily damaged? He was banged up pretty good.
He's actually a superior goblin, so they have more hit points than the 7 that they normally have. Yeah.
The Neemik guy or whatever, the guy that ran.
Yeemik?
Yeemik, yeah.
He's a superior dent in his forehead from my quarterstaff.
Okay.
He's probably still just fine.
No, he's been pretty severely injured right now. Okay, that brings us to that was Finis, perfect. And that brings us to Hemo. Hemo, what are you gonna do?
I ask Sildar, I just cut his bond, so I ask him if he can walk.
Yes, I can walk. We have to find well, Gundren, they took the map. They took the map to the Echo Caves. We have to find it. That's what they're looking for. I don't even know how they knew that Gundren had it.
Don't worry about that right now. You're all beat up. Here,
What?
I'm gonna lead you out of this cave, and then we're gonna go get these guys, and we'll get the map, and we'll get Gundren. But you got to get out of here.
Yeah, he looks in bad shape.
Go down that slope of gravel, take a right, get out of the mouth of the cave, and wait for us. And if you're gonna die, it's better to do it under an open sky, right?
Okay, so this is his one. He's moved. This is like one move, and then he's gonna make a second move. He comes to here, and he gets to the top here, and he looks at you. He's sort of like he looks down at that kind of thing going down, and he looks and he says I can't see past there.
Well, Hemo's gonna have to lead him then.
There is a torch in the middle of the room that's sitting on the ground. You could give that to him if you'd want.
Oh, yeah, sure, why not? 1, 2,
I hear
3.
voices approaching the top too, I presume. So
Yeah. All right, that is.
I can get to Sildar here, and I can pick up the torch on the way, right?
Yeah, you can just pick the torch up and hand it to him.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Perfect.
Is that an action, or can I dash?
I would say grabbing it and handing it to him would be considered your bonus action.
Okay. Well, I'd like to use my regular action to
Run some more.
I guess, yeah.
Go for it.
I'm actually going to go the high road towards Waif.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 30 more
Perfect.
feet. That was
Awesome.
my dash.
You run up behind him. Waif, you see a Hemo running up behind you.
You see about time.
All right. Waif, it is your turn.
Goodbye.
Don't worry about Sildar. I got him on his feet. He's getting out of here. Let's get these goblins.
That is the idea, yes. Let's see. Measuring it out. All right. I will. Stupid thing. Can move to here. I have line of sight on the one. I can see the one in Scalevale. He looks more intimidating. Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
So, as a bonus action or as a swift action, he gets the hex,
Got it.
and I shall blast him with Eldritch Blast.
Nice. What armor class did you hit?
I don't know yet. I hit 22.
All right. That will be enough. Do your damage to him.
It's 8 plus 3 plus an additional d6. And he is blasted back 10 feet.
All right.
Does that knock him into the water?
No, I'll just put him. It's kind of like back from where he attacked. So I'll put him about there. It's one of those two squares. All right. So how much total damage did you do? Can you tell me?
Yes, 1 second. It's 8, 11, 13.
13. Thank you very much.
Just walks around the corner
And-
and blows this guy 10 feet backwards.
And I will hex his charisma.
Hex is charisma. You got it. Perfect. That brings us to. Now it's their turn. Okay. All right. So
I believe any charisma-based things he does are done at disadvantage.
correct. Unfortunately, that's not going to hinder him too much, but it's okay that you took
It
that.
was a chance.
Okay, I believe he goes to
Wisdom is
here.
nature.
He is going to cast a spell.
Magical goblins.
He actually has himself you'll get to see, he has himself he carries a staff. The staff has kind of the shape of a winding, twisting wave form. At the top is a flail, a white tipped flail. If you have priests if you have a religion, you might be able to, on your turn, understand what that is. But as it is right
He's a
now,
cleric.
he's going to do some thing here. But unfortunately, that click didn't work, so I need to get it back from here.
Goblins can be clerics?
Yes, if you have the new book, they can be everything.
They are a playable race.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like this was covered in Order of the Stick as well. Anybody's keeping up on that one.
All right. He's cast a spell called Thunder Wave.
Oy.
This feels familiar for some reason. Like maybe we caught a thunder wave earlier in the hallway below.
Okay, so what's going to happen is everyone gets to take damage unless you make a save, and the save is it Dex? Oh, it's just going to be a spell save, right? So that's going to be, so both of you get to make a 13 spell save against Constitution, please. So Waif and Finis.
That would be a no. I rolled a 2.
Finis, did you make your 13 Constitution?
I hit 12.
Okay, so now you're going to take damage here. First of all, you're launched back 10 feet.
The contest of shoving people back 10 feet now.
All right. Finis, you
Very
need to
kinetic battle.
Finis, you need to give me an athletics check of 10 to kind of keep your feet as you're thrown down the steps.
Nope.
So you're prone. Waif, you're not prone. He just pushed you straight back, but he literally launched him off the steps and he fell down. You're going to each then take damage, and it's going to be confirm what this is damage, because I think I'm going to make sure I read that correctly. You're taking thunder damage. sonic damage. And you're going to take Waif, and you're going to each take 13 points of thunder damage.
That is not the thunder wave I was expecting.
Boom.
We'd hear that around the echoing.
Oh yeah, you
caverns.
everybody is going to hear that.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
And then yeah, that's that. Then this guy here, he's going to move to there, and while under cover, he's going to fire at you, Wave. So he has armor class bonus of +2 right now. And he missed you horribly. This guy moved to here. And he's going to fire at you, Finis. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Oh.
So he gets to do critical damage to you with his short bow.
How much did I take from Thunderwave? Sorry.
I'm sorry, he took 13. And then for the short bow damage, he did a lot. You remember when you got hit in the side? This probably was his brother. You get hit in the side as well as you are hit for 6, 12, 14 points of damage.
I'm down.
Finis goes down. Boom.
Our cleric is down.
Yeah. Running ahead into the darkness with the two of you might not have been the best strategy. But I appreciate that you wanted to kill that goblin.
Just couldn't let it go.
Yeah. All right. And these other two goblins get actions here. This one runs up he runs up past this other goblin and stands over Finis's dropped body. And he chitters something. You can hear them down around the corner talking. And did everybody else go? Oh, this guy's going to run into here. Although nobody's there to see that, I'm just going to say that that's what happened. Okay. That brings us to, so they're going, basically I dropped into the end of the round. That brings us to Gashar.
Well, seeing as how it's very dark in this tunnel, Gashar is going to basically grab another torch out as he starts to walk across this and up the steps this direction, trying to follow where Finis went. So I'll grab a torch out, and then his action would be to light that up.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't know if I would consider lighting a torch maybe as a bonus action.
It's fair, but I'm picturing he has to fetch it out of his sack and then light it. So maybe it's 2 bonus actions, but that's an action.
Yeah, we can call it. It doesn't matter. We'll just call it a bonus action for now, and I'll look it up because I don't recall what lighting a torch is. But a lot of things in this game.
I believe it's you can manipulate one object, including drawing or sheathing a weapon, as part of another action.
Yeah.
But you only get one of those little extra bits.
Right. So we'll just say that so you can keep doing. That was like your freebie.
Okay. So basically,
you come around here, you see Finis there, and you see 2 goblins. They both have bows in their hands, and they're both. And the one kind of looks up, and you see him kind of bending down. You think he might be trying to do something to Finis, but he hasn't. He's just starting to move.
Gotcha.
They almost don't even see you at first. You kind of come around that corner.
10. The water was difficult terrain, right? Before.
Difficult terrain if you're on the water, but you can remain on the path free.
So 10, 15, 20, 25. So I only went 25 so far.
Here are a few examples of the sorts of things you can do in tandem with your movement and action. Draw or sheath a sword, open the door, withdraw a potion, take a bobble, whatever, stuff some food, drink, pull a torch from a sconce.
Yeah, I would say that lighting a torch might be an action, but we'll just deal with that next time. It's okay.
Hand an item to another character, so that handing it would have been a bonus action.
Yeah, as Hemo ran past, he did that. That was fine.
Or you could have just dropped it too.
Yeah.
So All right.
But
Right.
we'll.
But I just,
No, I appreciate us following through. This is why we are all learning the rules. So
I'm coming up and light obviously is coming up this pathway as well.
there is no light other than your light.
That's what I mean.
Right.
So I'm kind of approaching around this corner.
Yeah, they kind of look up and they're kind of squinting as they as you kind of come up. You see them kind of they're looking down at Finis. They kind of look up at you. They're seeing their yellowish eyes glowing against the light of the.
Perfect. Did you say that we're saying that was just a bonus action then to light my torch for this?
For now,
today?
I'll confirm, but I think we'll consider it a bonus action for now.
All right. Well, he'll walk. Sees Finis is on the ground basically.
Mhm.
He'll just step right over him and he'll kick this guy right since he's crouched over him. Just
Go
walking.
for it, yeah.
Just give him a swift kick to the head. Hopefully,
Boot to the head.
There's an
One
unarmed
for Jenny
strike.
in the win.
Unarmed strike. Oh, there we go. Rolled an 18. 3 points of damage.
Yes, I Guberman. You too have made that.
Get off of him.
How much damage did you do to him?
3 points of damage.
Nice.
So he's got a torch in one hand, quarterstaff in the other hand, and then he used his feet.
Oh, you did 3 damage. You said
3
right?
damage. Yes,
Right. He doesn't have 3 hit points remaining.
that'd be fine. too.
Okay. You run over the top of Finis, who is underneath you right now, and you stand your ground. That is Goshar. That is now Colin. What are you going to do? But
Colin's
meanwhile,
only
back
realizing
in the other
I'm
end,
basically out of
Oh,
here.
I will call back as well that Finis is down.
should we make a point of separating the party every adventure?
Yes.
It seems to be working out very well for you guys. We've only been playing role-playing games for, I don't know, 30 something years.
Yeah, it's fine.
So what?
40
But
years.
They're,
We're all strong enough now. We can just do this, right?
yeah, nobody.
Just run off.
And of course, Alan's never, ever made a dangerous room for you to run into.
I'll move to this point, and I'm obviously bringing the light source. So
Why did you do
candidates
this?
attached to
Okay.
me.
Okay, you have you're moved to that point. You can move twice. I think you only moved to
Right.
30.
Oh, yep.
So if only your moving is moving, you can feel free to move again. As you circle a corner here, your light, the light below is glowing up around this halo. Waif is not quite in full light now, but you're in your dim light now. You can see her ahead of you.
Okay.
Now she's finally in your range. So you can see the Waif body, and you can see past her in the halo, the shimmering movements of goblins down the dark path. All right, that is Colin. So you can technically. You could technically, you don't have any movement left, though. That your actions are done.
Yep.
All right, that is Colin. That brings us to Finis. Oh, yeah, that's right. Finis, you got first round of death saves.
Made it.
Nice.
Does the Death Cleric get anything cool with death saves?
No, not yet.
You should get a
Sparkles a little bit.
It'd be great if he just does full Obi-Wan where he gets to follow you around as a force ghost. But I can see him as being like the annoying guy who's like watching you. He's like, dude, I'm trying to go to the bathroom for you. All right. That is
Dude, I'm trying to beg my wife.
Listen, you're the one keeping me.
he's like got popcorn next to you. Like, seriously.
Trust
All
with
right.
the Force, Luke.
All right. That's a lot of information there. All right. That brings us to Hemo.
All right. Humo's going to 5, 10,
Everyone's still on the map here.
15. He's gonna step out onto the bridge. How high up is this bridge again?
20 feet up.
He's not gonna jump off the bridge, but
You could climb down the wall. It's easy enough to grab the wall and slide down it. You could climb down it. It just takes an athletics check. And
so I've got these.
Come this
I've
way.
got these 2 daggers in my hand. In my hands. I'm going to flip them up onto their points and chuck them at this goblin that Geshar has engaged.
All right, because
So I'm gonna
Geshar
use
isn't-
2 weapons
because-
of fighting.
because Gashar's in front of him, he's going to have cover from Gashar.
I'm a professional. Look at this.
I don't. I
gonna chuck these daggers.
I apologize for questioning your greatness. Go ahead and.
I've studied nothing but juggling for 150 years.
These goblins are pretty short, right?
They're small.
Yeah. And Gashar is pretty big. So it's towering over them, kicking him in the face. Really rude.
also is 20
The
feet
first dagger doesn't go great.
Gashar,
It's a 7.
a dagger is plunged into your chest. I'm teasing. Professional my ass.
And the bonus action one is even worse, and that's a 6. That's a crit.
All right.
fail, it
There's
looks
all
like.
kinds of stalactites through here, and as you whip them out, you kind of you hit the first stalactite and it goes spiraling off and lands in the river. The second one flies past Gashar, and Gashar almost hits the duck as the thing slams against the corner right here, against this corner, and kind of spirals off down the chamber, landing about here.
Aim at their head, not mine.
It's a bad stage. Hemo's gonna draw his scimitar and then move the rest of his 15 feet past Wave.
Got it. Hemo runs down there. That brings us to Waif. Waif is right kind of down the path there.
Can I see this guy?
You can. He has cover.
That's fine. Eldritch Blast again. I can find the button. 11. Nope.
No, you got to hit the corner of that rock,
9. Yep.
and he kind of ducks back and hits the corner of the rock. All right, that brings us to.
And then I will also step back here.
All right, Colin, you see Wave kind of backing back down the tunnel toward you.
Okay.
You saw her cast a blast down around her, but of course you're just a little too far away to see what's going on.
Okay. And then I tell you what I see.
Okay.
Perfect. That was Wave. That brings us to the goblins who get to go. All right, that goblin who you try to kick in the face, he's drawing a scimitar and trying to stab you in the thigh. He's kind of like half crunched down, and you kind of belt him, and he crawls back, and he's like, "Screw you! How dare you come into my house?" All right.
Well, quit bringing humans in the house with you.
All right. I rolled an 11, and I believe I have +4. Hold on. Oop,
Wait, Sildar's a human, right?
Sildar is a human, yes. But I got to see what armor class I hit. It's +4. Yeah. So I had armor class 15.
That will hit me.
All right. You're going to take 4 points of damage as he stabs you in the knee.
Ouch.
At least it wasn't an
That
arrow.
was my
in the
knee.
Yeah. This other goblin is going to try to shoot at you with a bow. Unfortunately, you have cover from his buddy,
Perfect.
but that's okay. He's going to try anyway.
He's a professional, right?
Right. Okay. He's going to miss you
Oh,
because so he's trying to dart around his buddy, and he shoots, and he's not able to do that. This goblin here sees Hemo. You're running down the chamber, and this goblin leans over with his bow and just gives a fire. He just launches, fires at you.
Parry it with my sword. I can't do that, but I'm gonna try.
It's a cool effect. I think at a certain level, there are some fighters who have the parry stuff they can do.
Oh yeah, I think
All
next
right.
level I can do that as a
I
monk.
hit armor class 13.
Nope, my AC is 15.
Yes. Nice. All right. And then I have Cuknuk, the cleric,
Cuknuk.
the goblin cleric, who's going to take his action. And let's see what Cuknuk can do. So he's going to move and cast Toll the Dead. Oh, he can see Hemo from here. So Hemo, I believe you get a saving throw, right? 13.
Finis, I hear the bells.
I am standing over Finis.
Don't go
He's
to
not
the
moving.
light.
Wisdom.
Wisdom save of 13, please.
Oh,
What do you roll?
I got a 4.
All right. Have you taken any damage yet?
I am injured.
So you take a D12 and damage.
I'm about to be more.
All right. You're gonna take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Not terrible.
All right.
Bells.
They sound horrible.
All right. That was their turn. That brings us to the top of the order, which is Gashar.
All right. Does this goblin look like stronger than the one the ones we were fighting earlier?
These goblins seem to be what you consider a typical goblin.
Hmm.
That other goblin you were facing has slightly more hit points to it. Their second in command
Yeemik?
leader. Yeemik, yeah.
Yeah. but these guys look similar to the first ones we faced.
Yeah.
All right. Second
Let's
question.
not forget about Cuknuk, the priest.
Let's not. Second question. If you are doing a series of attacks, can you move between the attacks? Like if I did do an attack and knock this guy out, am I allowed to take a 5-foot step and continue my attacks onto the second guy?
With two weapon fighting?
Like I'm thinking of, that's one, I guess that's
Or
one
do you
case.
flurry of
I'm thinking of
blows?
flurry of blows. That one says immediately after you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So you're doing a bonus action.
I would say because it's a bonus action, you probably couldn't move.
It's a full round action, a full round. Your flurry of blows, or is that
No.
just an attack?
It's considered a bonus
It
action.
would be a bonus
And it
action.
says immediately afterwards. So it doesn't say, I would say you couldn't do that because it's
It has to be
immediately
immediately
afterwards.
after the attack action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think flurry is meant to be like multiple
One
fast
thing.
strikes as one action.
Yeah. Not like hit, run 10 feet, hit, run 10
Fair.
feet.
It doesn't say specifically that it's an unarmed attack. Sorry, it says after you take the attack action, then you can do 2 unarmed strikes, right?
Right.
You can
So the
flurry
first
after
attack-
a weapon attack.
Right. So I could use like a weapon and then I could like punch kick or something.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. That's awesome.
Got it. But it has to be right afterwards.
Right. Immediately afterwards.
It does say
If not
immediately.
sooner.
So you get 3 attacks on the motherfucker.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to use it on this one guy is my point. I
But
feel like-
he uses one of his key points. He only has so many.
Yeah. Exactly. So I will take what am I looking at here? I'll use my quarterstaff. I have that in my right hand right now.
All right.
So I will hit him with the quarterstaff.
Clunk
At
him
least
in the
try
head.
to get a 13.
Against this guy, yes, he has a bow in his hand, so that will be enough to hit him.
Perfect. For 3 more points of damage. You got a kick to the head,
Oh,
quarterstaff to the
you did 3 the first time.
yeah. Yeah, last time you said that he had 3 left, but I was wrong. I know you.
He actually, they have
fixed it.
7 hit points, and I typed 3, and I was like, oh, wait, I messed it up.
So now
all right.
he has 1.
Now he has 1. All right, he's quivering. He's like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? All right, that's Gashar. That brings us to Colin. Colin, what's going to happen here?
All right, I'm going to move up a little bit to here. Kind of
All
bring
right.
some light in the area.
Yeah. And you can see that goblin he's ducking behind that rock. He has a bow in his hand and he keeps flipping back. And
This guy?
this one right here, if you can
Okay.
see him. You can also see down here to this guy. This guy's going to have cover from Gashar, and this guy is going to have cover from the fact that he's standing behind this post.
Okay.
So if you're going to attack action, it's going to be one of those.
All right, I'm just going to stay there.
You're not going to take any actions or
No.
anything? Okay. You don't have a missile weapon of some sort?
I have a missile spell,
Okay.
but I kind of need that guy to come out a little bit more.
Do you have a attack spell that is maybe one of your
Cantrip.
One of my cantrips, yeah.
So-
But remember, I'm only first level, so I've got 2 cantrips left.
You can use
No,
cantrips
cantrips are at
unlimited
will.
time. So that's what I was going to say. So
okay.
you can use it every round. So you don't have to reserve and wait. So you could take it this
I
round.
thought I only had 3.
No, that's okay. You have 3 options, but you can use them unlimited times.
Okay. Well, then I will.
Yeah.
I don't think I can quite get this guy, but I can probably get this guy.
I mean, I think what spell do you want to cast on him?
I'm going to cast a spell called Chill Touch.
Yep. So, and I believe I get a save on that, right?
That's an attack.
No, that's a ranged spell attack.
Ranged spell attack. So go ahead. And he has cover. So it means that their armor class is 2 higher. So it's going to
So basically what it is it's once again the skeletal hand kind of
Right.
appears and it
Go for
goes
it.
down there and tries to.
Yeah. Remember in 4th edition how you could use like magic missile every round? That was like your go-to. Now they've kind of done that in 5th edition for
Cantrip.
all
other
cantrips. Yeah.
like Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. All right. What armor class did you hit?
You know, 13 first, and then it looks like you clicked it a second time.
Oh,
So what's the
for
first one?
lower.
13. So that's not going to hit because he has cover.
okay.
Unfortunately, 13 is his armor class, but it has to go around and just hit. Once again, Gashar, you're dodging daggers that are spinning out of control and some ghostly hand that kind of smacks into the wall and kind of fades away.
Yikes.
You're getting attacked more by your friends than your enemies. Nah. All right. That brings us to, that's Gashar. That was Colin.
I would have hit him if it
And
weren't for the stalactites.
Finis, it is your turn.
Nice.
Second death save made.
Nice. Way to help yourself out. there.
So when do you wake back up?
Hemo, it's your turn. After a short rest, he can spend his dice.
I hate to rule slur you, but you don't get Constitution bonus to your death saves. It's
I'm
just straight
just clicking the
D20.
button.
Didn't you hit the death save button?
I see
I
con
just
save.
hit.
I don't
I
know.
just hit the con save button. I guess.
I was 17, so I mean,
Yeah, he would have got it.
He's good
I-
though.
I will allow it.
Jeezy, you're really good at death saves.
What do you
I guess
roll?
that's how Death Cleric works.
Natural 20 on that one.
So remember, he gets his hit points back and he rises.
Well, he's not.
Well, that was just me clicking
Just
the
testing
button.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got a 15 with his real roll. He just
Okay.
had the +2 on it.
Well, I was all excited for you there for a second. I was like, yes.
yeah, 20 is a good.
We're all just mashing buttons over here. Sorry.
Yeah. 20. It only took me 30 fries. It's
All right.
like
Well,
in the game Baldur's Gate, they give you the old game. You can make your character, but you can re-roll infinite amount of times. So I'm like, why do they bother? Why don't you just type the numbers you want? Because you could just infinitely roll. So this is the same thing. You can just keep button the mash and then I made my death save 20. All right. That was Finis. That is now Hemo.
with my action, I'm gonna draw my second scimitar, step forward, and swing at this goblin in front of me.
Nice.
21 to hit.
That will hit definitely.
8
How much
points
damage?
of slashing damage.
That will drop him instantly.
Wait, is Yeemik in the room right now?
No, he is
All right.
not. You don't see him.
Might have been the guy that you had run away earlier then. Okay.
All right. Hemo steps forward.
This is Cuknuk, the goblin priest.
Cool.
He's
I'm a
wearing-
level 2
he's wearing-
fighter.
He's wearing heavy armor.
Cool. I'm a level 2 fighter, so I'm gonna action surge and swing at him again. Swing at Cuknuk. So that's a 23 to hit.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, it worked.
That's
Cuknuk is unhappy.
8 points of slashing damage.
Cuknuk is really unhappy right now.
Cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to swing with my offhand scimitar now.
This is the
Cuknuk
way
wants
to do
to
it.
save the game and come back tomorrow when he's
Yeah,
19 to hit.
Oh,
4 more points of damage.
4 points of slashing damage.
Cuknuk dies.
He dies?
Nice.
dang it. That's a fighter.
So Hemo just draws his second scimitar and walks forward, whirling
everyone. Yeah.
blades, and kills these 2 goblins, I guess.
Perfect. Now we'll take a left. and go and kill 2 more.
He does a little juggly flourish,
Yo,
tosses one of the
dervish.
scimitars behind his back and catches it.
Well,
'Cause,
there you go.
That was pretty cool of Hemo.
You're standing on one of them right now too. It's a little
Okay. That was.
I'm actually gonna. How much movement do I have left?
I don't know. I think you moved 15 feet so far. If I did, I don't
Yeah, I
remember.
think
the
I-
order.
Oh, I only moved 10 feet. I stepped forward 5 feet and
You
then
wanna-
stepped forward 5 feet again.
You want to
I'm
run up
gonna-
these stairs? You can. Run
No,
up
I'm
these
gonna
stairs.
move down these stairs to engage.
I'm going to tell you, these stairs look pretty tempting.
Super.
You might want to run up there.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
In fact, your group's probably safe and sound. If you can divide even into smaller groups, you're probably going to do better.
Is
Hey,
this a dig on
Hemo.
how I went too far into the sneaky room?
Nemo, if you, the other room probably has treasure in it. You'll get by yourself. Magic items. Okay.
Shut up. There's no devil or angel on my shoulders. Finis is down.
Hey, maybe that imp came back. You know.
I'm not hearing anything.
All right. Hemo.
Waves.
Okay.
Whispers.
Wait, was that you?
Hemo, you're coming back down the steps. You see that goblin look behind. He has this bow in his hand. He's looking. He's like trying to scramble to grab his.
I raised my swords.
Nice. All right, Hemo went. That brings us to Waif.
Well, he's walked through like, okay. Eldritch Blast, this one here. This one in front of.
Okay, he has cover, but go ahead.
That's fine.
Maybe if you time it, I will duck. Just let me know when you are about to fire.
Fire now. God damn it. Miss.
It did not
Great
work.
duck. You called gray duck. That's and he started running in circles.
It's goose.
The Minnesota thing. Anybody who's watching this who's not from Minnesota will be like, "What the fuck's gray duck?"
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to Minnesota, where the kids get to play the gray duck game. All right. So that was Waif struggling to get around the massive shoulders of Gashar. That brings us to the goblins again. They
You make a better door than a window, bud.
this guy here would surely like to leave, but unfortunately you're kind of got him from both sides. So he, in a desperate attempt to flee, is going to try to stab Gashar. He
You could always
screams out.
take the river.
He screams out
Like a river.
and flails and misses. This guy is actually going to disengage from Hemo, but he will get an attack of opportunity from Gashar as he tries to difficult terrain run through 10, 20, 30, 10,
All right, I'll take
20, and he's underneath the bridge
Ooh,
right now.
23.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to move you, but I just want to see that I
So
got it.
23 for 7 points of damage. As
Okay.
he runs by. Did you get it? All that, everyone?
Okay. He gets to here,
And dies.
and then he gets an X as a bonus action. So as a bonus action,
And
he's
floats the rest of the way down.
yeah, and you see he just goes, he falls, and he just kind of, I'm gonna do that. That's fun.
That's perfect.
And he just kind of floats down to here, dead. I'm
What's up?
hitting the mic too. We're all hitting mics. Let's look at
Got
that.
clotheslined
Sorry.
with a quarterstaff
Quarterstaff.
at full sprint.
Jeez.
He's
All
done.
right. That is that was them attempting to do their thing. Gashard, it's your turn. This one in front is mighty and powerful. He's resisted your attacks twice now.
He has. I am going to hit him with my quarterstaff again.
Go for it. Armor classes.
Well, there you go.
I only hit a 6 that time,
Well,
so that won't
He
do very
lives-
much damage.
this all powerful goblin has survived three rounds with you already.
Yeah,
You should bow and make him your king.
pretty much. I think
All right.
what happens is he basically start turn and hit the one that was running past, turns around to hit this guy, and actually hits the wall a little bit.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. So is Waith and everybody else.
Flurry
no.
of misses.
Just look at him. I'm like holding on to two things. Maybe I'll just use my feet next time.
All right. Gashar gives it an attempt. That brings us to Colin. What are you going to do, Colin?
I think Colin's going to go move forward.
I guess if I just ducked, we'd have way more number of attacks on this
10,
guy,
15, 20.
like accurate attack.
Right.
Attacks.
But
I'm just covered.
yeah.
Colin's going to move to here. So the light will kind of shine behind the goblin and maybe it'll help.
All right. You run over Cuknuk, the goblin.
He's dead, right?
Yeah, he is. You see he's wearing heavy armor. He has that staff on the ground that's next to him. It's a rather elegant looking staff. He has a shield, or not a shield, a pack and some like regular adventuring gear on him. So he seems pretty decked out. The other
Right.
goblins don't seem so decked out.
I will begin to kind of search his body. Obviously, I know his staff has probably got something.
Yeah, his staff is really nice.
And so I'll definitely set that aside, but I'm looking for anything else.
All right.
I'll
Well,
get the new stuff.
all right. So Cuknuk has
Oh,
a
you had nothing to do with killing
he
me.
has a water skin. He has two potions on him that you find right away.
Okay. Remove those.
Yep, go ahead and put them on your sheet. And then you can just note that you have them for now in your notes, and then you can put
Okay.
them on once you identify what they are. He also has a mess kit on him. He has a crowbar. He has scale mail if you want it.
No, I don't think it would fit many of us anyway.
He has a holy symbol, and you could spend some time discovering what the holy symbol looks like. But it looks like a white tipped flail.
Okay. And there's one of those on the end of the staff.
Yeah, that he
Also,
has. Right.
okay.
Yes.
What's the Nolish one?
So
Denosh. Enog?
there's a bunch of different ones, and they all sound very similar. And when I looked at the list for them, I was like, wow, like when I was trying to pick out the stuff for them.
I
Yeah.
think there's a Nolish called
Yeah.
Enog.
Okay. But Colin, you ran up and you searched. Just not really caring that your friends are dying, but you'll be fine. All right.
Well, there's not much I can do to help him.
Finis, how are you at?
Save, hopefully last save. Boop. Yep.
Yay.
I'm
Yes.
stable.
You are now stable, although we won't admit it in public. All right. That's finished stabilizing. Brings us to Hemo the Conqueror.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Look out behind
Um,
you. I say to the goblin.
If he
Hemo-
survives when we're around, I'm gonna
Hemo steps forward and swings with his scimitar to try to slash open the back of this goblin.
go for it.
That's an 8 to hit.
All right.
Do you get advantage for flanking?
This guy is.
I don't think so. I think that's saved for pack tactics.
You get advantage. You have advantage because you have them. You have them flanked. Okay, so I'm going to allow it. So if you are flanked or being flanked, which means they're literally on opposite sides of you, you're going to get advantage on your attacks, and that will be the same for your enemies as well. So be cautious in your positioning. So Hemo,
not
yeah,
a 2+2.
it's Hemo. You get advantage on your attack. So go ahead and make your
All right.
second attack.
Let's try this again. This is the first attack at advantage. I got
Ooh,
a
there you go.
15.
All right, you did hit him.
I did, I guess, 8 damage.
More than 1 point of damage.
All right, since you defied the laws of logic and actually
Yeah, how'd you hit that guy?
hit this guy,
Cut off his head.
Unhittable
I
goblin.
just swung my sword.
You probably turned around. I was like, look out behind you. He turns around and you're
and so here's how we're gonna do this disadvantage thing because I think it's very powerful.
You
So
could make a house rule and do just +2 like it always has been.
yeah, so unless you guys want to do +2, what do you guys want to do? I'll let you guys figure it out. You want to do +2 or you want to do advantage?
If it's advantage, you could keep it a little bit less extremely powerful by having only the guy in back get advantage. I mean,
Right,
it
that's
makes
what
sense. He's still trying to defend himself from the front.
Right.
It gets tricky if you have multiple like in a line though, and then you're like trying to figure out who's got it.
Yeah, especially on large creatures when we start having people like that. So I will, after considering it, I think I'm going to go with the +2.
It's
That's
like
what we'll do.
cover.
Yeah.
Just,
We'll do
That
that.
makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay, so that'll be our house rules. We'll do cover rules for when you are flanking. Cool. All right. Now that we got that squared away, Colin, you hear your companions now. We'll drop out of initiative for now, since you don't seem to be running up as much as I highly recommend running up these stairs. You haven't done so, and being that I'm disappointed, I'm going to just wait back and tell me what you're going to do before you run up these stairs, where I can then roll initiative again.
Well, Yashar's standing right over Finis, and he calls out to everyone, Finis is down, but he does not appear to be dead right now. So check him out a little closer. Does anybody have any skills in healing or a potion?
You do realize that you could just throw him over into the river and take care of all of his problems.
Yes, but
This
he's
imp
good
is
at
right on
healing.
your shoulders, just yipping in your ear.
He's good at healing us.
Okay, I'll shut up now. And you guys tell me what you're going to do.
Does a short rest help? Because I could use a short rest.
I could as well.
It's
You're gonna-
1 hour. It allows you to reset a lot of your abilities, and you can spend your hit dice to get healing back.
I sent Sildar to the mouth of the cave. Shall we? Should we bring Finis there too? See if Sildar made it out.
Perhaps he is not waking up with me with my efforts. I can carry him though.
There could be more goblins in here. Let's get them out of here.
Okay, you're going to move everybody outside of the caves altogether.
Yes.
Where are you going to go out into are you going to go back to the woods? Are you going to try to, what exactly are you going to, what's your
Nice
goal?
clearing just to the outside, just to the, I guess it'd be to the left on our way out.
Yeah, we had slaughtered the goblins.
Yeah, I mean,
The
it's
guy-
probably
the
Yeah,
guy
we
a
could
little,
just kick them into the woods, and it'll be nice again, right?
Yeah. So are you going to stick by the mouth of this cavern and try to take a brief rest?
it sounds smart
Yeah,
to me.
that's Hemo's idea.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and pull your characters out, and you can all put yourself right about here in some ways.
part.
all of Sildar back there. And I'm going to just remove these guys for now because you've already stripped them clean, and
We can put them into the river and let them float on their way out of our problems.
yeah, because nobody downstream would care.
So that might not alert other goblins or other creatures that stuff's going on.
Alert or send them a
I'm
message.
just picturing like two kids playing out and playing in the river. All of a sudden, these goblins start floating by.
One just sort of
Ned!
bunks into a rock. Boom.
There's a goblin floating by. Oh my
Like a log
lord!
jam of goblins down the river.
Literally, you could bundle them all together and take them like Huck Finn down the river.
Oh,
Make a raft out of goblins. Yeah.
Yeah, goblin raft. Yeah. Okay.
short rest.
So you guys want to go down and do a short rest? Who is somebody not? Are you guys gonna kick back there? That's everybody else move back out there.
Finish down. If you want to move yourself, I can't move here.
I can move him down. It's fine. I know he's incapable because he's so dead.
Yeah.
All right. You go down here and you take yourself a short rest. And that's going to allow me to reset some of my stuff as well. So feel free to do that. That you can use 2 hit dice, except for Colin, who has 1. Colin, you're not injured yet, are you?
No.
So you're actually fine. You might want to save your hit dice. You also reset any short rest items that you do. I believe like your breath weapon gets reset.
Mhm.
I believe that I don't know if your action surge gets reset, but I think your
It does.
yeah. And then I'm not sure what's the other thing that you do. You actually do the
Second wind.
Second
That is
wind.
also a short or long rest.
cool. So that will reset. And then roll your hit points for your 2 hit dice. If I'm assuming everyone's spending them who've been injured. Rafe, I don't know if you've been injured at all. Have you?
Yeah, I got it
Okay.
for 13.
Oh, that's right. That spell bursted. Yeah.
Roll a one
That
on
Thunder
one of
Wave
my
is a
dice.
pretty awesome spell.
I got max healing on 1 hit die. So
Nice.
I'm 12 HP. I'm back to max.
Nice. And you have 1 left over still, huh?
Wait a second. So if we're doing the hit dice,
You have a pool of 2 hit dice.
Yep.
Where you have a pool of how many hit dice you are, and you can spend them. And when you do, you'd roll your whatever D it is. So I think it's a D8 for
Yep.
you'd roll that and add your Constitution.
just 1d8.
Yeah, and you have a pool of 2 of them. If you want to use both of them, you can.
I see what you're saying.
But every day you could half of your pool back.
Yep. I'll
So
just do the
over
one.
time, you couldn't just keep going forever. Eventually, you just keep wearing out.
Got it. So I rolled the 1 and I marked my increased hit points. Awesome. And then it looks like we can mark off that we did one of them.
Yeah.
So, okay. That looks
right.
good.
So are you
Can
healed?
Can I
Heal
try
up?
to identify this potion that I found in that
All right.
pit?
Over the
Well,
course of the
rest.
short rest, you can automatically identify the potion.
I have 2 of them as well. I pull them out.
All right. Now, so you are trying to identify the potion that you had from the cleric, right? Or from the, I'm talking to Finis. You got
Dead-
from the
dead
cleric in the
cleric, yeah.
pit, right?
I believe so.
Or no, she was the one that was outside the one with the leather armor, right?
Yeah.
Let me go and find that out.
I have the 2 potions from the Goblin Cleric.
Okay. Finis, that is a potion of vitality. So it's a potion of vitality.
Was that?
You can look it up and tell them what it does. Your potions that you have are 2 healing potions, but one is a greater healing potion. So it's a healing potion and a greater healing potion. That's what that priest had on him. The staff that you have, you can certainly sit with that as well. And
Okay.
and I can tell you what that is. That is a quarterstaff +1.
Now, it was originally in the hands of a cleric. Did you want it? I know that is a weapon that you prefer.
I'll come over and take a look at it. It
Okay.
sounds like it's very finely crafted. Yes.
It is.
It has their symbol of it's a flail, isn't it? A white flail?
Yes, it is. And so this I'll tell you what let me bring up his information for this priest. I'll tell you what the priest is all about, the symbol you'll be carrying around and showing off and proudly presenting to everybody.
Wow,
Cuknuk.
vitality is nice. Holy
Yeah, it
shit.
removes disease, I think, and poison,
Poison. Yep.
Okay.
exhaustion.
And then next
Maximizes hit die you spend for the next 24 hours.
This is a cleric of Bargrivyak. Bargrivyak is a goblinoid deity of unity and cooperation. entitled peacekeeper for the role of encouraging teamwork between various goblinoid races and tribes.
So very goblin specific, but unity and cooperation sounds good to me.
Yes, also called the peacekeeper. It's a masculine gendered god. It has a white tipped flail as a symbol and serves Libyet, which is the typical goblin god, and then another goblin god, which I don't think I can pronounce. And worshippers are often goblins or hobgoblins.
Do you want the staff?
I think I would like this.
Okay.
It is a quarterstaff +1. Feel free to put it on your sheet.
Well, thank you.
You also have, Dave, that you can drag over a potion of greater healing and a potion of healing onto your sheet if you'd like.
Does anybody need the potion of healing?
Finis, are you good now?
I could use some more health.
All right, I will give him the potion of healing.
Perfect. Feel free to
Sure,
use that
man.
potion of healing if you'd like.
Was it 1d4 plus 4?
I believe it's 2 something here. It's 2d4 +2.
Something.
All right. Well, you've managed to get yourself rested. Is there anything else you're going to do now? You feel much more refreshed.
How's Sildar doing though?
Sildar, on the other hand, is still somewhat injured. I believe I will run his dice for him.
I mean, Gashar is somewhat injured too. Is everybody down right now?
Not anymore. I spent my healing die.
Yeah, I did too.
As a fighter, Hemo gets right back on his feet so quickly. It's hilarious. All my stuff is short rest, and I rolled really well.
Is there any more free healing that our cleric can dish out, or is that a spell?
I have no more spell slots for the day.
Darn.
I guess now that we're not in combat, I guess during our short rest, I would want to ask more about this map and the Echo Cave that he says the goblins
Absolutely.
took the map to or followed the map to.
Absolutely. Let me tell you what he says. He says, yes, he's feeling better. He's about half his hit points back, but he's spent all of his hit dice. He says,
we'll get you back to our cart soon.
He says, Gundren, he and his 2 brothers, Tharden and Nero, they recently located the entrance to the long lost Wave Echo Cave. It's a site of the mines for the Phandelver's Pact. He kind of says that as if you should know what it means.
Phandelver's Pact.
I don't actually know what that means.
He says,
I know swords.
He kind of says, he looks at you and he almost apologizes. He's just a little bit out of sorts, but he's drinking water and he's eating some food. He says, more than 500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes, they made an agreement known as the Phandelver's Pact, by which they would share a rich mine and its wondrous caves. They called it the Wave Echo Caves because of the water thrashing around the caverns that created constant echoes. In addition, there's the mine just being wealthy. It seemed to be a waypoint, a focus point in which magical powers emanated. And they used this to create magical items within the caverns. And they actually built a forge there, a forge to create magic items, and they called it the Forge of Spells. But unfortunately, even though times are good and the nearby human town of Phandelver did well, there was a disaster when orcs ran down from the east, ran through the mountainside and swept through all the north and laid waste to Phandelver and raided the caverns. Powerful forces of orcs reinforced by some evil mercenaries attacked the Wave Echo Caves and seized its riches and magic treasures. Human wizards fought alongside the dwarves and gnome allies to defend this forge of spells, but to ensure that the forge would never fall into play, the caverns that led to them were collapsed and destroyed, sealing off the Wave Echo Caves. And though even nobody knows where the entrance is now, it's been lost. It was supposedly written down in the lore of the dwarves, but nobody could find it until finally Gundren and his two brothers did.
Did they find the cave, or did they just find?
Well, Gundren found the map, and his brothers were to meet him in Phandelver, and where they could find and finally come together and find this cavern for the health of the dwarves and the gnomes. I agreed to help them because I'm actually on my own mission. I'm trying to find a long lost member of the Lord's Alliance, of which I am part of. I am part of Waterleap's Lord's Alliance. We're effectively a group of cavalrymen. I'm a part of the Griffin Cavalry, or at least I was. I'm long retired, but see, Phandelver is kind of fallen under some bad times. It's only been around for a few years. It had been buried for so long, and maybe 4 years ago we sent people to try to reestablish Phandelver as it was. There's rich mines all around this area, but Phandelver has been fought with many different bandits and bandits of all types.
Seems like it's rich in goblins too.
Yeah. So my companion Iarno was sent ahead of me, and he was supposed to come and discover what happened, but he never reported back. He was sent to Phandelver and never reported back. And so I don't know what that means. But Iarno was a good friend of mine. And so I met Gundren when I was speaking to him when he was in Waterdeep. And so we decided to travel back to Neverwinter together. And he agreed to come down to Phandelver with me. And that's when we met you, and you all were going to follow behind us with some supplies. Did you make it to Phandelver? Is it in good shape? Is it still there? We've not heard much from it.
We're getting there.
We ran into your
ambushed on the road,
cart.
Raided your horses.
And the supplies?
They are being watched by the horses.
Okay. Well, perhaps that's something. I hope
And
that
another of our party members, right?
Yes. Well, that's good that you're keeping it. Is it nearby? Are we even close?
Yes.
How long was the walk here?
About a half hour, maybe. I told him.
About a half an hour away.
And remember, you were searching, so it was probably not as much when you're walking back.
Well, what is his name? You know Flander, right?
Yes. I didn't even realize he was missing.
He's not missing. He's guarding the cart. You should go to him.
And he looks over at Colin and he said, I don't know you. I know the rest of them.
My name is Colin. I'm from Neverwinter.
Well, welcome, Colin. I appreciate you coming to save me.
We ran into this guy on the road. It seems like we were going the same way.
Yes,
He's magically very capable.
He says, well, Gundren has the map that shows that secret location to Wave Echo Cave, but the goblins took it and they captured him. I believe maybe Clark has it, but I thought that he had said he had sent it to a castle. They called it the Cragmaw Castle. Kind of out of irony, as I know of no castle named Cragmaw anywhere near here. Though I will admit that down south here, I don't know these lands very well. But in Phandelver, they may know the name of this castle. Maybe the locals may know.
It might just be this cave. A Clark's Keep is this castle.
No, this is not it. This can't be it. They had sent goblins off with the supply with my armor. I saw that for sure, and I believe they sent the map off as well. And where Gundren went, I don't know.
Well, what were you, a heavy armor guy, light armor guy?
I had chain armor and weapons.
Well, let's make it a point to get those back for you, huh?
I pull a flail out of my pack that I haven't
Okay.
been using. I hand it to him. Like, you can
Wave gives him
defend
a light
yourself with
crossbow and
this.
20 bolts.
Nice. He will take those. He usually uses a longsword, but he doesn't seem to look this weapon in the face that you give him. He takes it and he kind of holds it. He says, thank you, my friends.
Stay safe. We
It is too heavy
be
for
back soon.
He says, well, what do you want to do? I don't know what information Clark may still have on him inside that cape, but he's a dangerous foe. I don't know if we want to face off against him, but I know if we leave, he's just going to leave here and go back and report back to the castle, wherever that is.
I'd rather not have the problem grow larger, so we should probably snuff it now.
Yes, because if we don't get him now, he's just going to rejoin his companions. And once we run into this castle, he's going to be that much more powerful.
Is this Clark a regular goblin or is he something else?
I'm not sure. I've never met him.
How big is he?
He's wide, but I've only seen his shadow from the hall. I was mostly being beaten. I heard him speak. He maybe is a hobgoblin or something like that. I don't know. But he's definitely bigger than a goblin.
Gishar will stand up, sort of lean on his new staff. Well, are you all ready? Sounds like we have a job to finish.
Sildar stands up and he has his mace in his hand, and he grabs it and he nods. He doesn't have any mail on him though. Unfortunately, it would be fantastic if somebody had a chain shirt that they had pulled from the and brought from the corpse. But of course, that was a lot to carry. So,
well, we tell him where it is.
Do you want to run down and get it on the trail?
Is he coming with, or is he staying?
He doesn't. He seems to be ready to go into the cave
should.
with you, but you can send him away if you want.
I think you should go meet with our guy at the cart. You'll be safer with him.
He nods. He says, "Well, I know who Flander is, but I don't know the way. Is there a trail or a path I could follow?"
Were you unconscious when they brought you here?
No, I was unconscious. I was unconscious the last party. They took me down the trail and they beat me. I almost fell into some pit.
Would
And
Finis
they
be
were
able
mad
to
at me and they
describe
had to
the way
raise
back?
and so they beat me into unconsciousness. So I did not see where I came from. I'm a little bit lost entering where we came from here.
Would Finis be able to describe the way back to like the road at least?
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, he needs to go past that pit to pick up the goblin armor.
You set the armor
south by southwest.
The armor was set next to the pit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he would be able to wear goblin armor. He's a man.
We pulled it off a person.
Oh, was a person
Oh, my
wearing it?
bad.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
his old armor.
all right.
We point to the path. There are lots of footprints, including ours.
All right. He'll
Follow his back.
take the
We'll-
path and he will head off. He will definitely do that.
There's one less person, unless you are a mighty fighter, then come with us.
Yeah. Well, he told you he was
I
a
can't ask
Alliance.
a guy who just spent the better part of his week getting his ass beat in a cave to.
I did give him
Come
a
in and
crossbow
fight.
with 20 crossbow bolts. He can stand in back and shoot you.
It's up to you if you want to.
Either way.
He as the party he will head back to he will definitely head back to Phandelver if you send him, but he would equally agree to go in and travel with you if you so choose, and go back in and fight this Clark.
We are going to return to our cart. We will pass the man with the dead man with the chain shirt. Perhaps you should come with us now, and we can retrieve you a new chain shirt on our way back to the cart.
All right, you're all heading back to the cart now.
No, we
Okay.
should go inside the cave first,
Okay.
but we will.
Time is of the essence if we want to get Clark.
Would you
It would
join us,
take us an
Finis?
hour to bring you back to the cart and back.
Yeah, Finis, will you join us for the cave? We'll get you
Absolutely.
your chain armor afterwards.
Just
Okay.
stay in the back.
Okay.
You can hang back with me.
All right, who's taking point?
Hemo draws
He looks at
his
Hemo.
scimitars and walks into the creek.
Finis
How
will
long do
also
torches last?
be up there.
I believe they last an hour, but feel free to
double
double
check.
check. Yeah.
I'm assuming mine just sort of starts to peter out as we're sitting here doing our rest.
Right. All right,
If I need to, I'll add another one.
for sure.
So it burns for 1 hour. I'll add another one.
Okay, so you get back to the mouth of the cavern, and feel free to. You can move yourself freely up to at least to if I can actually get my pointer to select to about here, and then we can go from there if you want to go in and what's going on because you
where?
might be able-
Can see it.
Can you see it on the map?
Hmm.
No.
They don't show it on a map. I'm very disappointed. You know what it is? I bet you I figured out why that is causing a problem. It's doing it, but it actually I have to be on the object layer to see it. So I was on the other
There
layer.
it is. The bridge.
You were
Yeah.
pinging the GM layer. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I
Nemo's gonna.
I had to heal up. Yeemik gets a heal because
Of course. If we do, they do.
Before we get to
Most-
the entrance, Colin's gonna just make a statement. It appears that there probably is another room attached kind of to the front area where those wolves were, and possibly linked to the last room we were in. Do you think it would be advantageous for us to take the party and split it in half?
Because that
half-
worked well. didn't
All
it?
the time. Yes, we should do this.
We should
Having-
investigate this hole in the corner though.
Right, but I'm wondering if this one over here is actually going to lead to the same location, and if we could essentially attack it from two different areas at one time.
How about we take the route we were going before and just see if we can't get a angle on them and see them so they don't jump us again. If we need to send somebody around back, maybe we could do that once we've got a closer look.
My feeling is that they've obviously heard us and that they might try to flee and escape, and that if we have two different kind of groups, smaller groups approach, they might not know exactly which way to go.
This is a good point.
I am not one for climbing, so I will go around.
Finish
I
with
can
a
climb.
sort of go around. He's quite heavy.
All right, is somebody going to go up and investigate that drop, or what are you going to
I
do?
will look around the corner, walk in there and look in the room with the wolves.
All right, I'll highlight a little bit more of the area now, just more or less on it. It didn't make any difference, but it might now that you're going to investigate a little more. Just draw that out. What you see is, let me flip to the description and give you a more detailed description of that. You see a narrow opening in the east wall that leads to a natural chimney that climbs 30 feet. This is some sort of fissure. However, unlike before, which you had seen it before, there is now a rope that has been dangled down, that is thrown down over the side and dangles down to the floor. There wasn't a rope there before.
Maybe somebody's already escaped.
It's quite possible since someone fled that way.
We were watching out that
No,
Mouth
we
of
were
the
not.
cave.
We were
while we were resting.
fighting.
Oh, while we were resting, we were watching. You're right. While we were fighting, somebody could have.
Yeah, while you were fighting, possibly they could have, but you don't know.
Can I see what the rope's attached to?
There could be somebody in this room.
Are you going to go
will.
and tug on the rope?
Before I do anything else, I'm gonna look much more carefully through this room, see if I spot anybody hiding.
Okay, give me a perception roll, please.
Hemo's gonna try to make sure nothing slips past Gishar on the stairs here.
Got a solid 11.
All right.
Keeping an eye out
Looking
behind.
around, you don't see anybody in this room that seems to be hiding. You see the bodies of the dead wolves that are just there.
And a rope. You said it's about right here.
Yeah, the rope is
Hey,
right
wait.
here. Yep, it's right here, and
Hemo conjures a mage hand. Hey, wait, let me.
Be my
He
guest.
floats the hand
okay.
over to the rope and gives it a tug.
All right, it's too heavy to move with your. It's heavier than 5 pounds, so you go to tug it, and but so all you see is the rope kind of just quiver a little bit. You know, just kind of goes slack to tight a little bit, but it doesn't pull or it doesn't move or anything.
Perhaps it is an invitation.
They could have left a note. Looks like it's just an invitation to get stabbed by more goblins.
That's a very fantastic note. Stab with an arrow going up.
So free stabbings. Put
Or
your head
goblin
between these two
Arrow pointing down.
goblins.
Stab.
So Waif's going to move to there and hide.
Okay. Feel free to give me your hide roll. Anybody else going to do anything while they sit here wondering why this mad rope is here?
16.
16. Okay.
Well, if you want,
guess-
I can walk around and kind of make an approach in kind of from this direction.
Make sure you're on the select in which direction you want to go.
I'm just going to go back to this room kind of by where these two dead goblins are.
Like here?
I was thinking more up a little bit at an angle here.
Okay.
So
Now, of course, you don't know what's in that room. This room,
Right,
you've been
there-
gone. This room could be filled with goblins right now.
Right.
So, you know. Just want you to be aware of the fact that
Oh, sure.
things might have changed. All right.
anybody want to come with me?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
ears
Emo's
will
going to
come
go with. I don't think it's going to be safe to climb that rope. It's just too easy for it to be an ambush.
I will hide here and wait for a moment to see if anybody tries to escape this way while you go up.
Okay.
I can run if combat begins. I can run and catch up with you very quickly.
All right. I'm going to move up this way then. Anybody's
So I'll
coming with
come back
me.
around the corner there and I'll hide as well.
Okay.
Stealth
That
roll
is not a problem.
8.
So
Hide real
Sildar's
good.
coming with us?
Okay. Do you want him to come with you?
Yes.
Okay. Then he will. I'll move him. I'm going to move him up there.
Ask him to stick with the mage to kind of watch over
Yeah.
the mage.
Okay.
And I'm
The
gonna-
mage is rather squishy.
All right.
I will set the torch down though. At the
Finis will
Other
walk
side of the
kind of
entrance.
through the water next to
Here.
Colin.
Okay. Colin one's up.
Yeah. Well, he's not running. He's just
Yeah,
walking.
walking up to here. Sildar will jump in front of you and basically tell you, wait here.
Okay.
And he's going to climb up and look down the stairs up here. And he
Okay.
calls back. He says, "Oh, it looks clear
All right. I'll climb up the stairs then.
for sure." We're not exactly in combat or anything, so you can just simply move your character where
Sure.
you'd
I
like to
guess
be.
Emo's gonna follow around the main way.
All right, you guys gather up there, and me without my firewall.
I know, right? Wait, what are you doing?
I am waiting for you.
Finis is going to take
I can't
a
see.
peek back
Maybe
around the
from-
corner up here.
So you
She's
don't
gonna
know.
Walk
You don't
around
know. Wait,
across the bridge.
Okay, so you're going to go around the corner and cross the bridge,
He's just
That's
going to
easy
take
enough.
a peek back to the cave.
and me without my gathering of minions and air in that area to just slaughter you. I was poor planning on my part. Okay. So go ahead and move to there, Finis. You're fine. All right. Anybody else going to do anything while you're here?
Just look. You know,
Yeah, you're looking around.
obviously looking to see
No.
if there's anybody hiding or.
Absolutely. Right now, you're looking around. I'm going to have everybody give me a perception roll then.
I'm wondering, is this some kind of like goblin made
That's good because I see.
like reservoir? Like what did that? I'm looking for what the heck made that huge wave, if they have some sort of like sluice gate or something that they opened at us.
There is actually. It looks like if you look where these river beds are, this water is slowly rising up. There's a way in which they can remove part of this element here and let all this water rush down all at once. And over time, it's been rebuilt. The water then builds up. So there's a waterfall that's coming down here. You can see the waterfall coming in right on the edge there. So that waterfall is slowly building up those two reservoirs, and they just pull the stones and all that water rushes down all at once. launching any of the cleaning, doing the cleanse.
It's only been
It's like
Throwing out the
it's like
trash.
cave brand muffin.
like an hour and a half with the short rest and the fighting.
Yeah.
So
But
has this filled up significantly?
It doesn't, but this one here is also filled up. You think they could probably do this thing twice if they wanted to in a reasonable amount of a day. You think they could actually launch that trap twice? So though you were hit with it once, they probably could have did it one more time if they had the ability.
Cool.
All right. So now you've got an understanding of what's going on. You think this water that's coming out of here is coming out of a small crack in the mountain, and it's probably made a good part of this cavern naturally. The water just flowing through here.
Right.
Do you think they'll call down the hole when they get there?
Don't know. I hope they call down if they encounter any more goblins, so they may help.
Well,
We were very loud last time, so I think we would hear.
All right, I'm going to give everybody a chance. In fact, I think most of you will hear it. You hear like a yip of a quick yip of like a dog or a wolf or something from down this path, from down in here. You hear that kind of like, you just kind of hear this. Rah! You hear the out of like quickly, and it's almost as quickly as it starts, it stops. But you do hear that. All right, what are you going to do?
Do we move?
I think
wait.
probably a good idea.
Well, we're waiting on them.
Yeah, we're waiting for you guys.
Right. I will, Colin will basically kind of move, and he's going to kind of walk along this area along here. By
All right.
that point, he should probably get some light that would basically kind of maybe.
Yeah, you can see. I'll reveal some more of this for you. Now, unfortunately, it's up a set of stairs, so you're not going to get a whole lot of detail. But you can see it kind of opens up into a room, and you can see
Okay.
the stairs kind of go up that 10 or 15 feet.
Is it the red dragon, Malamar?
Another red dragon. Yeah. In our other game where the dragon or the wizard steps into the darkness and levitates up only to get destroyed, fired by the red dragon to fall to its death.
Because he decided to scout ahead.
Yeah. The wizard scouting ahead. That was a smart move. Okay. So
well,
Finis wants to sneak around the corner. He wants to roll stealth.
all right, give me a
He's
stealth
not
roll,
good.
please. Finish.
It's
There
an
you
8. Not very good.
Okay. All right. You definitely are sneaking as far as you're concerned.
Clang, clang,
You're
clang,
sneaking
goes
just
the
as
drum.
well as Gashar
A
is.
little bit of rattling.
What so you're finished, you're hugged against the wall, Hemo, you're right in front of him. You're gathering at the entrance there. What are you going to do?
Get him.
I guess I look for the rest of the party and say, should we go? All right. He takes both scimitars in hand and tries to step as quietly as he can.
What was
Up
your
the
what was your
stairs.
stealth roll? I didn't write that down.
Oh, I don't think I took a stealth here. A 20. 17 plus 3.
Nice. Okay.
I'm dexterous.
That is
I don't know if the
nice.
shadow's going to help you though from Colin's charge.
Okay, cool. All right. You go ahead and sneak your way up. I will reveal part of the area as I'm assuming you're going to walk up that stairs. Is that true?
Yeah, he put himself in the middle. of the
It
stairs.
depends on what I see when I'm on the stairs, I guess. Because if there's somebody about to shoot an arrow at me, I might just turn around and roll right back down the stairs.
All right. You hear kind of a snarl in this general direction over here and around that corner. You hear kind of a snarl of a like a something probably like you've already faced off against those wolves back here. Probably very similar to that sound. So you hear that. Let me describe what this room looks like as you look into it.
Oh, look at the goods. The boxes. There's crate. Is that crates down there?
Sacks and crates of looted provisions are piled up in the south end of this large cave. To the west, the floor slopes toward a narrow opening and descends into darkness. A larger opening leads north down a set of natural stone steps, which is the one you came from. The roar of the falling waterfall echoing from beyond. In the middle of the cavern, the coals of a doused fire that once smoldered is barely warm. You see a rope wrapped around the stalagmite right here, leading into the darkness. So you can kind of, from the point of coming up the steps, you can kind of see all these goods that were there, these goods that were, that they probably stole from the area. And what did you roll for your spot total? Your search? I forget.
18.
Okay. What you do notice is that on the side of many of these crates are blue lion symbols. You'll know that they were very similar to the symbols that were on those pendants.
Yeah, these guys really need to get some loss prevention going. Seems like they've been targets for a while.
What are you gonna do?
Do I see a beast of some sort?
No, but you hear this in this area here. You definitely hear a like a snarl or a growl, which would be the probably some kind of you're guessing wolf of some sort.
Can I take a ration and toss it like 10 feet up into the room?
Yeah, you certainly can.
I'm gonna do that.
When you do that, you kind of hear like a bark, and then kind of like a muffled bark. So it goes, like maybe you're
I bet he's tied up.
Give me an insight.
Sure. -1 for a 17.
Actually, it's a great roll. You think that this wolf is probably being detained. Now, it could be tied up like it was before, or it could be pulled by a leash or something. It could be holding if it has a collar, or holding it from moving or attacking.
All right, I'm gonna go and retrieve my ration because I was planning on eating that. So sword in hand, I'm gonna go pick up this ration with the other one. And
I'll move up
see
a
if I
little
can't
bit
see
too.
this
Hold on.
dog.
I'm going to reveal some stuff here. So give me a second. All right. Let me make sure I put these in the right level here. Oh, I got to go to this layer and be in the right select. Always something. What you see is a goblin holding back a wolf, but this wolf looks a little more beefier or meaner than the other ones. It might have been the mama wolf or the main one, and it sees you and kind of pulls, and he's holding on to the like a chain that's around its neck, and this goblin's doing everything it's kind of stop it, and it's muttering like into its ears, come on, and the thing is like.
So do we hear that down the hole?
I would say that just Hemo hears that part of the and sees that thing. Colin has a chance of hearing it. So Colin, if you want to give me a perception roll, what did you get there, sir?
Okay.
Yeah, you hear it then.
Okay.
So you also hear some kind of snarling or growling. But Hemo, you picked up your food that you threw on the ground, which you're going to eat later.
I'm
I'm
5-second.
gonna step. Yeah, a round is 6 seconds. That was one round. 5-second rule holds.
It works.
Couldn't have been more than a couple of seconds.
I'm sorry. You do see this as well. I did not with your what you had. I missed showing you something else. I apologize. So before you do that, I want to reveal this. You do see hiding behind this crate over here. Where's it at here? I need to move this to the right layer here. Do you see that guy? Is he on the map?
No.
I don't see anything.
There's just
because this where does the selection stuff? It doesn't. Okay, he's actually, you see this goblin. He's trying to hide behind this crate, but you were able. His stealth maybe it wasn't that great, and you came in and looked and you saw him. He's actually still hiding behind the crate. And you see, he's kind of like trying to look between to see what you're going and doing, and kind of hiding back there. Meanwhile, this guy is holding back on the wolf as the wolf is like,
So they don't see him.
You don't know if this goblin sees Hemo or not, but Hemo, you definitely see both goblins and the wolf.
This wolf definitely sees me now, right? Like I
you think the wolf definitely sees you.
Does this goblin see me if I step forward 5 feet?
Which goblin are you asking about? I'm sorry.
The one holding the dog.
Yeah, he sees you. He's staring at you. You see he's holding the dog. He's just like holding it back, and the wolf is barely able to contain it. He's just staring right up at you, but he's not moving.
I say, hey buddy, what you holding on to him for? Don't you want him to eat me?
He says, and he spits on the ground and kind of smiles at you.
I turn around, draw a knife, and try to bury it in the wall with a knife throw right next to the goblin, the other one behind me.
All right. You're able to do that easily enough. And you see the goblin does.
You too, bud.
The goblin does one of these deals.
Did you hear something?
I'm just going to walk into the center of the room and raise my voice so the rest of the party can hear me. There's a couple of goblins in here. I don't think they want any more. They're trying not to kill me. It's kind of funny.
All right.
Do we hear that?
Yeah, you hear that. Mm-hmm.
Well, at that point, are you going up the rope?
I think I will go up the rope.
Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. You guys have to give me listen checks. I forgot that you were
around
separated. So give me.
But we always separate into different groups.
Yes,
it's very important.
I should know this by now. So
get a 7.
And what'd you get?
An 18.
Okay. So Waif, you hear the muffled echoes of him saying something like, "There's goblins," and they barely want to hear me.
At that point, I tell Gashar, tell Gashar, it's on, and I book it.
Where are you going to book it to?
Around the corner. So,
all right. So are you going up? You're going up the trail, or are you trying to go up the rope?
No, I'm not going up. I'm not a climber.
Okay.
I'm going up the trail.
Sure. Go ahead and move your character to there. We're not in any combat. These goblins are literally sitting back, like they're not doing anything.
All right, I'm going to run after Waif as well.
Do you want one round or just move?
Go ahead and move one round.
Okay.
And see where you're at first. And I'm going to give everybody else a chance to do something. Though we're not in combat rounds, I don't want you to. I want to give people the option. So Hemo, you're standing there. These guys, that one goblin who's over on the side, you see he's still ducked behind the cover, and so he's effectively in full cover. But you can just kind of see the shadow of his head kind of moving around. This other one, he's not exactly in full cover. The only thing that's covering him is that he's holding on to the wolf, but he's just standing there and he's just looking at you.
Ask them where the castle is.
All right. Hey guys, where's Clarg? You behind the boxes. Where's Clarg? Where's the castle?
All right. You say these things and you hear this goblin here. He just kind of snickers. He goes,
which one?
The one who's right over here, who's hiding.
The guy with the dog or
boxes.
behind the boxes?
No, behind the boxes. He goes,
I'm going to walk up and I'm going to grab that goblin and I'm going to attempt to hoist him off the ground.
All right. You go ahead and move yourself over to where that goblin is.
Giggle at me, will ya?
All right. You're going to reach behind it and grab him. So go and just give me a to hit roll to grab him.
Okay, that is a athletics. He can contest with athletics or acrobatics. I got a 13.
Let me roll my dice here. He rolled a natural 15. You got to grab him. What he does is I'm going to give him, since we're not in combat, I'm gonna have him move. As I can grab him. And then I have to be on the right layer. There we go. And you're going to go to grab him. He ducks out. He's going to duck. He runs back out to here. He kind of runs past you and skitters. And finish, you can see this goblin runs across, and you will recognize him once you can see them. This was the leader that you saw before, the one that tried to talk to you. He's running over this way.
Yeemik?
Yeemik, yes. He's laughing, and as you reach over to grab him, he runs underneath your armpit there and darts over to there.
Does he come to a stop there?
He's going to stop there, but what happens is
this is Yeemik. Hey, you do speak common. Get back here.
All right, and then so that's his first thing to do. The second thing, he moves to here, and then one second here, he runs behind that post. And
dang it, I'm running back.
You lose track of him.
If he runs past that corner, I'm running literally back around where I came from.
So he darts around that thing. Now, these guys get to actually can do stealth and certain things as bonus actions.
30, 40. So I can get right back to where I was hiding, basically. Remember?
Where are you going?
Do a double move back down.
Why? What made you prompt to do that?
Because he ran back the direction where we knew that opening was.
Fair enough. So you're going to run back down there. Okay, you run back down there. Awesome. Yeah. All right.
Just trying to cut him off. I think you might be running back to that rope. I was going to climb up the rope, and I debated not climbing up the rope.
That's completely understood. That's completely understood what you're trying to do.
For that rope.
All right, Hemo, you run over and try to grab him, and he runs around that cover there, that stalagmite, and somewhat disappears. You're not sure where he went to.
Well, if Gashar runs back the other way, I'll follow him.
Okay, you follow him.
He may be going for the rope.
Sildar's asking, what is going on?
These goblins they don't want no part of us. They're trying to get away.
Do we see him come into the room with all of the three?
Okay.
Wolves?
So
is the rope tied around this thing here?
Yeah, put your character where it was, because you ran into that area, right? All right. Here's what happens. You're right in front of the wolf right there. You walk standing right in front of the wolf. All right. When you do that, the goblin lets go of the wolf, and the wolf is going to attack you, and we're going to roll for initiative.
Oh crap.
Okay.
This is what we call a manual trap.
Got a 23.
That's way to go.
Way to do it.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. So that is.
Shouldn't let go of that dog, man.
All right. Waif, what'd you get?
12.
Nice. Gashar.
3.
Colin.
I rolled it, but I don't see it.
13.
13.
All right. Hemo, what'd you get?
I got a 23.
Nice. Finis.
Do you have any decks?
10.
I do.
Finis, what do you get?
I got a 10.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Big
So
point.
starting with Hemo.
Colin might be slightly higher.
That's okay.
Okay.
Screen. This is the 13.
But Hemo, you can certainly go. What do you got? What are you going to do, sir?
Well, to heck with it. I'm just going to swing my scimitar at this dog.
Go for it.
I got a 17 to hit.
All right. That is going to hit the animal.
8 points of slashing.
All right. I got to see. Okay. It's hurt. It's not gone, but you definitely hurt it.
Cool. Well, that's why I have 2 swords. Bonus action, second attack. Oh, crit fail.
Okay. Well, you gave it a shot. You did a lot of damage. The thing is, all right. That was Hemo. That brings us to Colin, who is next.
Okay. Colin will move just slightly into the room, right about here. And then I'm going to use a cantrip and attack the wolf.
Okay.
And I will use Chill touch.
Go for it. You make an attack action on the wolf. What'd you hit?
The wolf has been unchained, guys. He let go.
20 to hit.
Hit a 20.
Nice. That will do it. And how much damage do you do to it?
The chill touch, 1d8 necrotic.
How much do you do?
That rolled another attack roll.
Yeah, you have. I think you have to click on the actual necrotic, or you have
The
to
damage
roll on
to
the damage on
combo.
the.
That's weird.
I just hit.
If you look at the chat log
Yep.
right there, there's a link on the word chill touch.
Over chill touch, it turns red when you highlight it.
Yeah, and then you can click that to do the damage.
Okay.
Did you click? Did you see it?
Yep.
Or give it a click. You did 3 points of necrotic. That will be enough.
Nice.
All right.
Told you shouldn't have let go of that dog.
All right. That
I
brings
point my
us.
scimitar at the goblin.
Nice. That's Hemo. That was Colin. That brings us to Wave. Wave, what are you going to do?
I'm going to make a perception check. See if anything's come down or
You can see on the top of that fissure, you can see the movement. And because Colin is behind them, you can see the silhouette of Hemo hovering over that chasm above there. He can see him clearly has made an attack and is attacking that wolf. You can hear the wolf kind of dying.
well, assuming I heard him say somebody's running down the rope or whatever.
He didn't say anything about anybody running down a rope.
No, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah. So you clearly did not hear it.
All right.
But of course, there was a lot of echoes. Maybe you
Yeah.
misheard it. Okay. Now that you misheard that, what are you going to do?
I'm still going to make a perception check because he ran after something.
Sure. Go for it. Give me a perception roll. You're panning the area.
In the
16.
torch that I dropped earlier is right in the entryway here.
Yep. It's probably dead by now. It's been over an hour.
No, I lit a new one.
Oh, that's the one
And
you
then I was
dropped.
trying to hide, so I'm like, I should put the torch somewhere else
Okay.
while I'm hiding. So I just dropped it.
Fair enough. All right, you rolled a 16, trying to
perception.
perceive. You see nothing new or different about this chamber that you're in. But if something did slam on the rope, they didn't. The rope isn't moving or swaying like somebody would have been if somebody were to climb down. It's pretty stiff, and you don't see anybody else in there. So if they did, they probably didn't use the rope, and you don't see anybody else in here. Okay, that is Wave. That brings us to Finis. Finis, what are you going to do?
Finis steps in here and tries to target that guy with his own chill touch. 14,
Yeah, that will hit him.
5 points.
Okay. Not dead, but certainly well done. Okay, my turn. So here's what's going to happen. So I got to move this thing out of the way here. Hemo, you are surprised.
Yes.
You are surprised by that goblin that was hiding. It literally was hiding around that stalagmite. It leaps out at you to attack you. You did not see it, so he's going to get advantage on attacking you. The one that ran around the corner. So I'm going to bring it down. It's literally right here. It's hiding within the cracks. Within the stalagmites.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So I saw the one goblin with the dog, but I didn't realize there were two.
yeah, and he literally leaps out from the cracks of the stalagmites and kind of jumps at you. You almost didn't see him, like ooh, and I hit armor class 17.
That'll do it.
And he's going to slam you for 6 points of damage.
Should wait down here.
Okay.
All right. In the meantime, Finis,
Yes.
that goblin lunges out from the darkness that he had a better hide roll, and he is going to try to stab you in the back. But you saw him run out, so you're not surprised in the fact that, but he does kind of run out from the shadows. You didn't see where he was, but you saw him coming out, so you're not surprised. He doesn't get any advantage to hit you, but he's going to attack you anyway, and he badly misses you. This guy, however, the last person, is heavily hidden. You will see him, but you will miss his attack of opportunity because he's rolling on his turn and he surprised everybody. What you see is Clark, the Cragmaw Outpost leader, who is a bugbear.
Bugbear.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they do hide well.
He runs to here. And he goes to hit Hemo. All right. He's carrying himself a two-handed maul. He runs forward. As he does so, I will explain to you what you see. A massively wide, long-armed hobgoblin runs forward. He carries with him a maul, and he has heavy armor on him as he runs forward as well. As he runs at you, he winds back and strikes at you. He's going to try to do a maneuver called a pushing action, as you would get if you were a third level fighter, which he is. Let me see if he hits you. Oh, crap.
This would be a great time to no shield, but
14.
That's a 20.
20. You are hit critically with his maul. He's going to go, ooh, I double that, but it's a crappy roll. So you get 4. Thankfully, his doubling was a kind of crappy roll. Plus 3. So he only hit his maul. Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled the wrong dice. That's why it's crappy.
4. Oh, just kidding. That was a D4. Here goes a bigger one.
So you hit for 11 points of damage.
Ow.
And then he expends one of his, what do they call those things? Superiority dice.
Battle points.
You add the superiority dice to the deck to the damage on top of that. Got the D8, which is 5 more. Add superiority dice to the attacker's damage roll, and if the attacker is large or small, oh, I see. So I can do a large. You make a strength savings throw. So you have to make a strength savings throw, and your strength savings throw is going to be 13.
I got an 11. Hey, I have inspiration. I'm going to burn that and get advantage on that strength save.
Good idea.
Yes.
Oh!
What'd you roll?
Worse. It's a 6.
All right.
I failed a strength save.
Hemo is launched. What you guys see is Hemo suddenly get launched off the back of that cliff. Boom! And this thing is going to run forward and launches him off using a pushing attack. Boom!
Was the strength save to try to grab a hold of that rope? Because otherwise, you should try to grab a hold of that rope.
Yeah, I'm going to try to grab a hold of the rope.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Or the goblin that may or may not also be on the rope.
Here's what's going to happen, Hemo. I'm going to give you a dex save to grab the rope 10 feet down. If you want, let me explain. You can drop one of your weapons and try to make a dex save, or you can not drop your weapon and make your dex save at disadvantage.
I'm going to drop a scimitar and grab that rope.
Okay, give me a dex save, and your dex save is 12.
I got a 12.
Okay, 10 feet down, you are dangling from literally grab the rope and dangle. You're going to slam into the side, taking half of this. You're going to take 1 point of more damage as you slam into the side.
I'm still alive.
And hang on. Your sword spirals down and slams into the ground. You guys can see the sword come flying down.
Ting, ting, ting.
And you can see him kind of slam.
Hemo, we see you.
Wow, that was crazy. All right. That was the one there. And this goblin here runs out and he looks over the edge, and he looks over the edge, and he looks back at Clark, and he goes, "Dude, what the dog?" And he looks down at you, like he's looking down at you, and he sees you, and he looks back like, "I can't believe that didn't work." Like, like he's still alive.
We see him up there. Still in the crack,
Yeah, you
like,
do.
gesturing.
He's 20 feet up. He's dangling from the rope.
Oh, we see the goblin behind them too.
Yes,
He
you do.
sheathes his scimitar and with his now free hand flips him the bird.
All right. That is now Gashar's turn.
All right. Clearly, they're not trying to escape here. Let's run back.
Okay.
So I'm going to run back up. 10, and where was I? I think I measured this out a couple times. So I think it was right at the base of the stairs.
Nice.
10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 70, 75. Yeah, basically right back.
Well, you can
here.
move 60 feet, right?
Well, I have a 40 movement.
You have a 40 movement. That's
Yes.
right. You're a
I
monk.
cannot believe I'm still alive.
All right.
So
That's
I'm
And
at
with,
1
and with
HP.
the end of that round, we will stop here for the night. We were going to leave this. We're going to leave this with Hemo dangling for
I
his.
thought I was screwed before, but now I'm really screwed.
So, you began this adventure today with Hemo being surrounded by goblins. You've expended a bunch of spells and did some trickery to slaughter and defeat the goblins. Yeemik unfortunately got away, headed back down the tunnel, which you boldly chased down without regard for the fact that you were almost alone, a few of you, running into a room full of other goblins, including Cuknuk, the fantastically powerful cleric with the magical staff and a couple of potions on him, which he was unable to use before he dying.
Good job, Hemo.
Defeated them
Chop, chop.
and managed to rescue Sildar and rest for the hour.
Yeah, then we didn't continue to run into the next room.
Yes.
Slightly more.
You
smart.
managed to sneak in. When you get back, Hemo actually saw some of the goblins, and that was a terrible kind of hiding by Yeemik, and definitely by the other goblin with the deal. But the real challenge in the room was Clark, who was waiting to knock you off the cliff. And
They were hiding so poorly, I thought they were surrendering.
Yeah, those two actually did really badly, but it is, it's life. So, but when you moved over to the edge, you attacked, and Clark was waiting for the opportunity, and he struck. He ran forward and tried to knock you to your death. Unfortunately for Clark, you, with your quick reactions and being a dex-based fighter that you're able to reach out, snag that rope on the way down, and slam into the side of the cliff, leaving us with a real cliffhanger. So there we go. You said it before about stealing your thunder. All right.
And that's
thanks.
why I'm called Cliffhanger. Anybody remember that?
No.
Reading Rainbow? Oh, man.
I was reading between the lines, bro.
Sorry. One of those.
All of us are way too old for that.
I don't think I'm too old for Reading Rainbow, am I? How old was that? LeVar Burton? Maybe I was. Yeah.
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 I
I was thinking of Captain Kangaroo. I think I was confusing you too.
Romperoo, Kangaroo.
Romper was awesome. Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
That's the ones I remember.
Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, I thought there was another one.
All right. Well, we'll debate this week. Hey, like and subscribe and tell us your favorite kid show that you watched down below. It could be any of those or one that we don't know from I suppose we have to be more proactive about getting people to like, subscribe, and send messages down, since we have at least a few people watching
there
this, which
buttons
is awesome.
like up there or over here?
Oh, don't go through that again. We all know where the people know how to push the right button. Do the bell notification, the whole bit. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see everybody next week, and you guys have a fantastic week. All right, see everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.